Okay. What's going on, everybody? It's the Best Spot Kid Smooth Planet Xbox podcast, episode 105. I was struggling with the names 5 minutes ago. This podcast was called the Xbox Ambassador Story, but we will be talking about that. And Chris said, you know what, you got to change it to Xbox Civil War. And that's pretty fitting because it was a war this week, and I don't know how long this war is going to last. Xbox versus Xbox, podcast versus podcast, opinions versus opinions, man. And it's all steam right after the podcast last week. But before we do that, let's get into the introductions. I am your host, the Best Spot Kid Smooth, and let's get things started with Dopest J.
Yo, what's good, guys? Dopest J. We're in for an excellent podcast. We got a great guest here from the Twitter streets, the Twitter warrior, Twitter Spaces warrior. Other than that, we've been chilling and gaming here. We got a lot to talk about today. For you guys who are into fighting games, Xbox is having a fighting game sale right now, so make sure you guys go on the marketplace, check out some fighting games, buy them, huge sale, and yeah, catch a smoke.
What up? That's what's up. And what's up?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. My bad.
We got Ole Man Logan.
Oh, what's up, everybody? It's been a very rough week for us over here on Team Xbox. We just been at each other's throats through and through. A lot of bloodshed, a lot of tears. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here for another week, surviving the Civil War. And yeah, I'm ready to get to it, man.
This what's up. NickBanks.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's NickBanks, the Xbox gatekeeping ambassador up in here. You know, let's talk about these games.
Yes,
Hey, dope. You said
What's
they
good,
got
man?
a fighting sale going on.
Yeah, so the sale
King of
ends
Fighters
on King of Fighters. Which one? It is 14, I believe.
Yeah,
I know
the
15. King of Fighters 15 is on sale right now.
new one. Yeah.
Yeah, the new one that's on sale. Street Fighter, obviously. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is on $10. I might cop that, honestly. It's been a while since I played Marvel vs. Capcom. Well, a good Marvel vs. Capcom game. And yeah, so the sale ends on the 30th. Make sure you guys check those games out.
Well, let me know if you get it. I'll beat you up in that joint.
All right.
Like
I'll
I
cop
did
it right
in
now.
Like I did in Street Fighter 4. But keep going, Smooth.
Chris Righteous is in the house. He's going to tell us about that PlayStation Game Pass later. But let's go.
Yes, sir. The definitively best value in gaming, but we're gonna talk about that later. Now, what's good, everybody? What's up, all my Xbox brothers? Listen, I won't feel sorry for y'all, man, but fuck y'all, man. Y'all try to come out PlayStation and exaggerated everything about it. The screws, the SSD installations. They don't have no games for the holidays or whatever. So now, when it rains and pours, I don't got no sympathy for y'all, man. You started off with the DRM outage. I couldn't play no goddamn games, right? And then the only games you had coming for this year got completely delayed out of the goddamn year. So so the meme literally became true of Xbox has no games. And 3, the ambassadorship program got completely exposed as being a complete joke. So, but it is what it is. I ain't gonna go too hard at y'all unless y'all capping. If I see y'all start capping in the chat, I know who y'all are. It's the same motherfuckers that cap every week in the chat. I'm gonna be on your neck. Go ahead.
And we got a familiar returnee, Sir Dre, the Great, coming to the stage with the last minute call. I literally just asked him to come in the chat. So
Going on, y'all?
Yes, sir.
Glad to be here, man. It's been a rough week for these Xbots out here, and you know they kind of stamped it with this article, man. We got a celebrity in the building right now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? Kid Smooth, man. You know, just don't forget about us,
work
baby.
being published.
dude, they literally took like 1% of the damn posts.
Yo, they called you a Twitch streamer too. That's crazy.
Yeah. Because what they did was they went into my bio, and I think Twitch pops up first before YouTube, and I'm like, damn it. And is that Xbox Universe? Wait, is he in here? Where'd he go?
Yeah, you got Dragon Buck back up into
I think he
the
changed his
PX.
name. There you go.
Yeah. Is that
Xbox Universe? Uni?
I see
Uni,
hold-
man.
real
I think
quick.
he,
I
got,
see
he couldn't hear us, but I
I
don't know.
see Smooth making trades out here, man. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man. What's
Oh, yeah.
happening? GM Smooth. GM Smooth.
First of all,
Let's Smooth James in this thing. You know what I mean?
I ain't owned by. Listen, I ain't owned by nobody. I'm a free agent. I come and please as I go. And nobody can shame me. I will come 1 week, roast the shit out of Smooth in his own podcast, and if I want to, I'll come the next week or if I don't. So Kid Smooth can't do shit with me, but where everybody else go right ahead. I ain't under no goddamn contract.
Yeah, and that's wild, bro.
If anything, I should be offered the Supermax deal.
The Supermax, all right.
The Supermax, man. I need that.
Y'all been on what 2-year contract so far? It's been going on 2 years, right?
Has it been?
Yeah,
We're at
2
105, 100 episode 105. Divide
Yeah,
that's
we
like
start.
yeah, it's over.
We started in
2 years.
2020. We started in
So,
2020, man.
What about Corey? The Corey,
Yo,
AKA
man, he's on a
AKA
fucking veterans minimum, bro. Like I don't know.
So he was on a 10-day
I don't know what type of
10-day contract.
Nah, he's on that Lil Dane contract. You know what I mean? You know how Lil Dane was on the Lakers roster for like 10 years.
Smooth sent him back to the G League, man. You sent him back to the G League.
Shout out to Sad Boy, man. I don't know when he's coming back, but shout out to him. Your
Last I
mic
heard,
is muted.
he was moving. Last I heard, he was moving.
He says he still
Oh, he
can't.
moved.
Yeah, he says he still can't hear.
Oh, okay.
He got to probably check his audio settings, but whenever he comes through and fixes settings, he should be all right. Oh man, we had a lot to get into. So last week, right? Last week maybe was probably the peak of, I guess, my bad luck, because I think we had Fami T in here. Shout out to Fami T, Level 1 Gaming, next Double XP podcast, right? And we were talking about how Starfield is going to be the game of the year, and like we talking about like Redfall and Xbox Showcase and what our expectations were, and like Starfield being the big game for this year, and what like just for less than 24 hours later, them to announce that Redfall and Starfield is being delayed to the first half of 2023. In the words, I think Chris Rice just said this. In the words of Chris Rice, I think he said, correct me if I'm wrong. How the hell do you delay 2 games in one day?
Yes, sir. That was me.
When he said that shit, I lost my damn mind. I'm like, hold up.
Yo, didn't y'all call me crazy last week for saying that Starfield was going to get delayed? I was like, yeah, you tripping, man. That's coming out this year. You're tripping.
Yeah, because they had like an 18-month like leeway. It hurts. It hurts. Now I'm over it now, but it hurt. It hurt because it's like going into 2022. Xbox fans and now the Xbox fan base right now is shattered. There's a lot of beef going on. If you guys aren't following anything on Twitter, I have not selected a side. I've kind of been low key. I haven't done a bunch of videos. I'm not jumping in Twitter spaces and whatnot. I've been low key about this thing. I got my thoughts and my feelings, and people are mad at every little opinion, but we'll talk about that. But Xbox fans, we came into 2022 knowing there was 2 for sure Xbox first party games that were coming this year. And we had there's a high chance that another one, which was Forza, but we had dates or release windows for Starfield and Redfall. And that's the only 2 games we literally got any sort of confirmation. The only 2. So to find out that the biggest game and a potential big game were both delayed to the first half of 2023, it was like, I'm like, my first thing with you was like, okay, so then what's coming out?
I'll bring you up, Smooth, real quick.
You said what? Bring him now?
Check, yo, I think he can hear now.
Okay.
Yo, can you hear?
No, I see him as a...
Tell him to unmute his mic.
Yeah, unmute his mic.
He's unmuted now, but is he speaking?
I just heard him in general, like he heard me, so really? I don't know why.
Well, let me make sure he's not blocked by anybody or muted or anything like that.
He's not blocked by me.
Yeah, nobody here should have him blocked, honestly.
Let's see. Let me just make sure I can put him as a. I'm gonna just. There we go.
Hold up, Dope and Nick. This is one of y'all replacements right here, so y'all better be on your A game.
What you mean? What you mean, bro?
Man.
I'm the one who be organizing
I don't
topics
say-
and everything, man.
Yeah.
Y'all be winging this shit if I'm out here.
But who will be the PlayStation? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Just
how Smooth gonna trade me for another Xbox guy?
Well, remember
Who's gonna
last
be the
week, Chris?
PlayStation guy?
Chris, remember last week when I was on Salty's podcast, I renounced Xbox. I went to PlayStation.
Oh shit.
Oh, so I mean, there you go.
As you should.
I'm just gonna fill in a
Yeah,
new
that's
role, baby. Let's
crazy.
go.
That's crazy because
But
it was me that he was talking about trade for Uni. Like, so the smoke is out there, baby. Let's go. I'm about to get K Mega in here.
I don't know,
I
man.
think-
You having technical difficulties.
Yeah,
there,
like
so.
I don't know what's going on, man. He's.
Bro, we literally just talked in general. So
Okay.
I don't know what the.
I'm gonna go into general right quick.
I mean, do we just all pop in? Can we just all pop in?
Nah, because it's gonna mess up the. I gotta freaking pull like.
Oh, you gotta change the whole shit
Yeah.
on OBS.
But I want to see if I can hear him. Go
He's
into
got a
general.
different
You
game now.
can hear
Where's
us.
the guy?
He's at no, yeah, but I can't hear any of you. That's so weird.
Hold on.
What's up?
Where'd he go?
I think he left,
He dropped out.
and then he's
dropped out.
back in. And
Why does it say next to his name that he's muted?
That's what
Yeah,
it
dude.
is muted.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
why
None
don't
of
you
y'all got
unmute
him
it?
blocked though, right?
Finally,
Oh, no,
bro.
there he
I don't
goes.
have
Oh, there he is.
Can y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh shit, bro! I can't stand this Discord shit.
the number one draft pick. I'm telling you, Nick,
up, bro?
Nick, Dope.
Hey man, listen.
Hey man, he taking y'all. Nah, just kidding. I'm sorry.
All right, so it looks like he's bad. I know he talked, but he put himself on mute. Maybe he had somebody in the background. But
No. I'm
okay.
here.
All right,
I
Uni
just
man, what's up?
naturally do that.
What's up? What's
I'm
up?
alright.
You good?
I can't complain.
All right, man. We gonna get into this smoke. So right now we talking about the Starfield Redfall delay and how it literally turned Xbox and the fan base upside down. Let me get your initial thoughts because I know you ran a couple spaces since and had a lot of falling outs with a lot of fellow Xbox fans. So I know you were on fire the other day in your podcast. I think that's the one you kicked K Mega out of or something like that. But let's
That shit had me dying, bro.
Nah, it was just like he was. It was wrong place, wrong time for him, man. Like I was just fed up. Like for the whole week, my biggest issue is like, bro, it's okay to acknowledge when your favorite platform has to do better or there's issues. Like I said, it's not even the delays because we want the game to be better. Obviously, if the games are not ready, I'm not here saying you'll rush them out, crunch the devs to oblivion or nothing like that. That's not where I'm coming from. My biggest issue is that it always seems that Xbox, for the last especially for the beginning of this generation, it seems that they're always caught flat-footed, caught unawares, as they would say. Like, for example, you have Halo Infinite for the launch, put it on the box, all the marketing with the chief, everything happened, and then boom, they have to delay it. But then the delay is not the problem. What are you gonna? What else is there? Well, there's nothing else. So then they tell you wait till June, wait till E3. Don't worry, we got you. Okay, so then we wait till E3 because I'm like, look, Xbox gamers have been more than patient. Like, stop with just be patient. We have been more than patient, bro. We have been patient. I mean, if you've been in Xbox for any amount of time, you've been patient. But my point is, what I really upset me is the messaging that they've been sending. Like they've been for weeks straight, they've been bringing out Todd Howard and his little dev diaries and all the concept art and hey, listen to the music, how we making it, and they're promoting the hell out of Starfield. Right? Then they do the little JPEG image of look at all of us at Bethesda and Xbox. We'll meet in the first to get ready for E3 and everybody smiling.
Yeah,
and shit.
the picture when they're having dinner or lunch, whatever it was.
Yeah, like what the fuck y'all smiling about? If you about to delay the game 2 days later, What y'all smiling about?
Eating mayonnaise and potato salad. Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm like, bro, the fact that we don't know what's going on for the whole year isn't our fault. That's their fault. Like Nintendo can come out with their directs and like I know everything that's going on for Nintendo, well, most of what's going on for Nintendo for the year, and they haven't even had their E3 yet. Think about what I'm telling you. I know
and
that
they moved up the
3
release. They moved up the release for Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Thank you. I know
Right, and then the biggest game of this year, Breath of the Wild 2, right? That got delayed. The issue is not the delayed, right?
Thank
you don't see Nintendo fans complaining. Why? You don't see us
because they
complaining
got more stuff.
because there's literally like 8 first-party games and like another 6 third-party exclusives coming out on the Switch this year.
Wait, do y'all think?
Do
y'all think that? And this is mainly talking to the people who Xbox fans. Do y'all think that Xbox is going to have their press conference and not have anything for the release of this year?
No. I'm not saying
anything AAA.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay, but here's my point. Here's what I'm trying to get with that. Okay, I'm not saying that Xbox don't have things planned for the year. The problem that I have is it's always with Xbox like have faith, just hope and pray, and it might. And I'm like, bro, I'm tired of that. What the fuck do y'all have for us to have? You run a platform, motherfucker. You don't run. This is not no third party shit where you could just be like, just wait. You run a platform. Like I just said, bring up the example of Nintendo. Nintendo has less studios than Microsoft. Is that correct? Yes, they do. So they have less studios, less devs, right? And Sony. But somehow they could come out with Kirby. They could come out with Xenoblade 3. They could come out with Bayonetta. They could come out with Splatoon 3. They could come out with all of this shit. And then Pokemon, and then they delayed Breath of the Wild. But you're like, okay, fine. They got like 6, 7 other games coming. Yeah, so you can't delay Halo Infinite and have nothing else. You can't delay Starfield and Redfall and have nothing else. And you say, well, you think they're going to go for the rest of the year? The problem is we don't know. You're just hoping and praying. Why don't we know? Why do we always have to wait to E3 to hope and find out? And last year we waited to E3 and everything they said at E3 last year was fuckery. So my point is this. Do I love Xbox? Yes, I love Xbox. But they have to do better with communicating their fucking schedule and foreseeable future to their fans. It can't just be just hope and wait and pray and pray and pray and pray. I made an investment, my mother.
Now who gets the blame for that?
The blame has to lie with Phil. He's the nigga in charge.
Okay. All right.
Like I put the blame on Jim Ryan for everything, right? And this is what what really made me fall out with a lot of people in the Xbox community. I keep telling y'all, if Jim Ryan sneezed, I can make fun of Jim Ryan and people would be like, yeah, fuck
Wait,
Jim Ryan.
Uni, but Phil's only human though. He's only human.
He's only human.
I did not.
He's only human,
We're not
bro.
there yet. We're not there yet.
I did not know that Sony and Nintendo was hiring aliens out here. But all I need to know, right, is that my point is, do I respect Phil? Yes. He's saying Xbox from the brink. Do I think Phil is a great boss? Yes. All of that can be true. But what else can be true is that they have to do better. Like, if you really are an Xbox fan, and you went through the last generation, the reason why the last generation was so tough is because of they did all that bullshit in the beginning, they hemorrhaged so many players left Xbox to go to PlayStation. And because the player base was so much smaller than PlayStation, it was so much harder to get third-party deals, exclusive deals, different things like that. So we got left hanging. This generation, we want it to be different. We want Xbox to bring more people in. I keep telling people, I'm not worried about the person like K-Mega who will never leave Xbox, even if Phil Spencer fucks his mom. I'm worried about the people who like the people who like BG who don't want to buy an Xbox. The people who don't want to buy an Xbox, but they give them a reason why they have to go get an Xbox. Why?
Let me ask you a question, Uni. Let me ask you a question, because you know Phil Spencer gets a lot of praise, right? But it kind of sounds like, right, to me, right? So he took over in the Xbox One era, right? So what exactly has he done, game-wise, for him to be on this high pedestal? Because
Hold on, bro. I don't know if you can see.
If y'all didn't have nothing in the Xbox One era, right?
You asked me that question. I'm gonna answer you right now.
And
I
in
got you.
2021
I
was
know
the
what you're
best
doing.
year that
Game Pass,
he's had
baby.
so far, right?
I know where you're
mean,
going.
I'm just keeping it in the
No,
stack,
but I got
man.
you. I got
What
you. I got you.
exactly
He
has he done?
he has done more than Jim fucking Ryan. Jim Ryan has literally inherited the PS4 era at its height of its thing, and all of that, the Ghost of Tsushima, the Spider-Man, all of that shit was greenlit by Sean Layden. So I want to see, this generation is going to prove Jim Ryan's leadership. With Phil Spencer, what he has done, he already proven. First of all, he convinced Microsoft not to get rid of Xbox. That alone deserves praise.
And Microsoft drops
money.
shit like a bag of chips all the time.
That means nothing to you because Xbox makes money.
Hold
It means
up.
nothing.
Wait.
Real quick. I'm gonna say, I don't like a lot of shit that Jim Ryan says, but if we're gonna talk about what he already done, he's already expanded PlayStation Studios by like 8 more studios since he's been in, which that wasn't going on last year.
No. That's by necessity. I can't give him credit for that. He didn't. For example, I can give Phil Spencer credit for that because Phil Spencer went and go and get those studios when you could say there was no pressure to have to do it. Like nobody forced them to have to go get Bethesda. Well, after Xbox bought Bethesda and now Activision, Jim Ryan has to go and get other studios. There's not he just decided one day to go and get what? Xbox has almost 40 studios. He gonna stay with 13? So like I said, I can't really give him too much credit. Now, of course, I gotta give him some credit because you gotta go get the studio. But then I don't know what to expect from these studios. Y'all just think PlayStation, so they have to be great. What the fuck is Fire Sprite?
Well, hold on.
What am I gonna do?
That's a
Hey,
fact.
Uni, hold on.
We don't even know what the.
Let me say something though, bro. Because Uni right though, because it's a different situation for Jim Ryan and Phil Spencer. What Phil Spencer was doing was addressing each issue that people was ramping about. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Y'all still complaining about the same issue. It's still the Xbox has no games issue.
Hold on, fair enough.
It's still the same issue with Phil.
It's not the same issue because we
It's
had
not the same.
No, I'm talking about.
because hold on.
No, I'm talking about still the same issue with Phil since he's been in office.
Well, but hold on. Let me finish though, because if it wasn't, people praise Don Matrick, but Don Matrick was surviving literally on third party. It was no first party. Like the first party was done. Like they was working on avatars and fucking Connect games, bro. Like this is not what Phil is doing. Phil has changed the culture of the whole, thing that's going on.
But what has he done?
Like you can't.
That's what I'm saying.
What has he done?
Let me answer.
interject?
Hold up. Let me answer for you, bro. Because you keep saying, what has he done? Phil Spencer, under Phil Spencer, Xbox has grown to the biggest first-party staple in studios from any platform holder.
That means
That's a fact.
nothing.
No,
Gaming is a billion-dollar industry. It means nothing that he's saying that he's behind studios to make more money.
Now, hold on.
Can I make my point? Wait. Can I make my point, though? Can I make my point? My point.
Okay, my fault.
Before being cut off, my point is you're saying that means nothing. If you seriously want to sit here on this app and on Discord and tell me you think purchasing Activision and Bethesda is going to equal to no change in the industry this generation, you're insane.
That's not what I'm saying.
But hear what you're saying. My point is, yes, the games are the games delayed or whatever. That's true. They have to come. They have almost 40 studios. There's over 56 something teams. We know the games. There's no matter if. It's when. It's not an if. So I can't sit here and denigrate Phil Spencer like if he's not doing anything when he's doing. The reason why he's delaying it because he doesn't want another Halo Infinite. He doesn't want another situation like Recore or Crackdown.
I can't get down with that because before he bought those studios, it's not like Xbox didn't have studios. So what the hell was they doing?
They were making the games. They were only capable of making 3 games, bro. Like they made those games.
Hold on, time out. We're not about to do this. We are not about to do this.
You can play into issues though, Dre. Hold on.
I know what he's trying to say. I know exactly what he's trying to say.
There is no listen. If you delay, the games are gonna get delayed. Shit, God of War Ragnarok might not even make it in 2022. But at least we got fucking Horizon and Gran Turismo and other third-party exclusive and stuff like that, right? So there is no like I don't want to see like Microsoft, right? They're the biggest company in the world, right? And then for some reason they always get passed. There is no excuses why they have this many studios and they have an entire year, right? I can understand if it's a light year, like PlayStation. As far as first party studios, last year was a real light year for extremely light year.
Compare the 2020.
Right?
It was definitely light.
You only had Ratchet and Clank and Returnal as far as first party. If you're not including the re-releases like Death Stranding and then Ghost of Tsushima and shit like that, right? But they still had Deathloop, kind of a little bit towards the holiday.
Kind of Bridge of Spirits.
They still had the biggest MMO expansion right in the world right now, which is Final Fantasy 14 that came out in December. Yeah, exactly. And shit like that. But like right now, it's like unfortunately.
So can I interject? Wait. Hold up. So I think I know what you're saying. Is that I agree with you, in the fact that Phil Spencer addressed the issue of Xbox has no games by acquiring studios. But then what Dre and Chris are trying to say is the fact that the execution of acquiring those studios and putting out content on a consistent basis hasn't been there. Now, eventually, we're going to reach that point where there's going to be a steady stream of games. Like Addict always says, like there's going to be a point in time where every quarter there's going to be a big release for Game Pass. But right now, they haven't been executing on that promise of doing that.
My thing is like you can't say, okay, well, Phil bought all these X, Y, and Z studios, right? Mm-hmm. Duh. I mean, okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. That's what they were supposed to do.
Gaming is a billion-dollar industry. Okay, he bought studios to make money. 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, I get what y'all trying to say. To try to bolster what Phil has done, but at the same time, I'm like, oh well.
Because I can say I know where we at. Look, this is the whole thing we misconstruing it. Y'all right? Like he got the studios, but it's still another issue there that everybody been talking about that y'all failed to mention. Managing them. Like you can buy a fucking store and still don't know how to manage it. So then it comes to the second issue, bro. Like it don't take a rocket scientist to understand that. They have a management problem. And that's the main thing. And Phil probably just can't manage it well.
What?
Like he did the first
Phil is well above the management part, though. That's the thing. A lot of people keep looking at him as head of first party. He hasn't been that for almost a decade.
So Matt Booty. So to point the finger at Matt Booty, then.
Here's the thing. Without Bethesda, right? If they didn't buy Bethesda, that was the only thing they were relying on this year. So they really had nothing. Like even without Bethesda, like they had nothing lined up for this year.
We don't know, bro. We don't know.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, there's games that's been internally delayed.
Like, I'm not going to give them credit for shit that we don't know, but I'm not going to tear them down to the point that I'm going to pretend like we're not going to find out more in like 2 weeks, like in June 12th. Like, we're going to find out more. So they could have Wolfenstein 3 coming. For all I know, Indiana Jones could be done. Like, I think like they could, if they, to me personally, I think if they could take the L and they say we could delay these 2 games, they have to have something else up their sleeve.
Bro,
they're not going to just be like, fuck the year.
I think that's speculation. I think that's speculation for now until we see. I'm not gonna like dive too much into the fact that into that theory if they could potentially have something. Like we said, we don't know. We have to wait until that. But until then, right now, as of today, they have nothing else.
Okay. So right now, first I'm gonna address these super chats and then I'll try to address as many points as I can before we move on.
Yeah.
Blessed Red says for $5, Xbox has been on an acquiring spree for the Xbox since 2017, and basically only good success they have to show for it is Psychonauts 2, also on PlayStation. Alex PSX says, I am happy camper with Xbox right now. The controller division is doing good. What's the issue? I think that's a troll.
Wow.
All right, to address, here's the thing. I understand what Uni's saying. I understand the point Dre's trying to say. Dre, I'm going to sit here and say this, right? I'm trying to say this without as many interruptions as possible.
Guys, go ahead.
I understand the criticism that everybody has for Phil Spencer and everybody at Xbox because I have the same criticism, but I'm not going to pretend here and say that Phil Spencer hasn't done anything or does Phil Spencer deserve to lose his job because he's like running. There's no way. I'm sorry. People forget like Xbox had literally like the launch of Xbox, all right, was birthed, it was new, boom, boom, boom. It had 4 short years of lifespan, the original Xbox. The 360 obviously came off the hat because they learned a lot from the PS2. They hired all these good people. They tacked to go Japan and did all this crazy marketing secure, all these exclusive. They had the benefit of having the better or easy to use hardware, so developers like flock to it.
Better online.
Yeah, so there's issues that came with that, though. Obviously, Red Ring and all that other stuff. And then the Xbox One, they kind of fucked that shit up. Don Matrick and everything. We understood what happened, even though some of the plans that they had in place would probably be beneficial in today's day, like having be able to sell my game to somebody else, my digital license. But PlayStation fans fucked that up. But
with the DRM state though,
yeah, the DRM. If you're gonna have DRM, we should have just had it the way that they originally planned it. That's just my personal opinion. Because we have DRM, we literally should have had it the way they initially implemented it. It would have been wonders for 2020. I know it sounded like conspiracy in 2013, but it would have been wonders for us now based on what they were trying to do. But it is what it is. It just would have killed GameStop quicker. But okay. Now let's look at Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer coming in. He immediately unbundles the Xbox One so the Kinect is no longer a requirement. They did have like deals in place and whatnot. They did put out the Xbox One X to try to address the power narrative. When he got to head of Xbox, they had Turn 10, 343, Coalition, and Rare, and they had I don't even know who in Minecraft.
And then they got Mojang. I think they got Mojang in like 2015 or something.
Yeah. So that's what they had, right? So once Phil Spencer and there was a drought, the drought that we experienced in 2017. Was because the last year they spent money on Xbox was in 2016, right? So for him to convince them to not only all right, keep Xbox around, but to commit, they've been investing more in Xbox than I think any of their other ventures over the last 3 years. I mean, that's so I understand the whole point. Well, he hasn't delivered his games yet. Let's think about what happened. The correct Bless Red. They didn't acquire these studios in 2017. They acquired these studios in 2018. All the studios they acquired in 2018 had either just released a game or preparing to ship a game, and they were all multi-plat. So at the end of the day, it wasn't like they were acquiring these games several months or a year before the games that they were about to release were announced. Imagine if they acquired Obsidian well before Outer Worlds was announced and they did a deal with 2K or Private Division. That would have been an Xbox exclusive, but it wasn't. It was just timing. So those first batch of studios pretty much had to ship or were preparing to ship games already. Now the whole Bethesda thing, I was happy that they bought the game, but the games that they were preparing to ship, Sony money had all the games. And then now we got this whole Activision thing, which is going to take some time. And I mean, good luck with that, but they're going to come to a time where all that stuff happens, right? So I can't be mad and be like, oh, Phil Spencer didn't do anything, because there was clear things he did. He did Game Pass, he did cloud gaming, he released the Xbox Series X. They did all these crazy things with the consoles that there's so much being done with the consoles that is second, that's normal now that some consoles obviously don't have. There's just things that they're able to do that they can tout that is beneficial. Now, the management side, Matt Booty and all of them, now I don't know what they're doing. Now, I'm not going to say when they acquired Bethesda, right? Whoever was managing their game schedules and all that other stuff, that's not Matt Booty. That's whoever already worked at Bethesda. So that's already handled. So if Bethesda was bad at managing games, they got the same person that was bad at managing games. Same thing when they acquired Activision. The same person that was responsible for their release cadences and their games coming out and studio check-ins, they're not going to just throw somebody in from Xbox to do it. Matt Booty's not going to oversee it. Whoever's doing that right now will be the one, unless he quits, right? Matt Booty's only doing the ones that are directly under Xbox Game Studios. So those are studios not under Bethesda's and studio not under Activision. What feels now, as far as the thing that sucks, is the honesty. They haven't delivered the games. We're looking at it as they bought this in 2018. They should drop a game. Yeah, I mean, I understand PlayStation and Nintendo managed to do things and ship games during the pandemic. Xbox, for some reason, haven't been able to. And it sucks. I mean, right now, Xbox reminds me of that. I mean, this is going to be a horrible comparison, but it's going to relate to somebody.
The New York Knicks.
See, don't do it.
Xbox,
That's why you got
Xbox
kicked out.
reminds me of right now of that person, right? That's been struggling to get it up, right? And then
Oh my god.
he finally gets it up, right? And gives this chick all he got, and boom, that's it.
You or something else.
That's it.
Bro.
That's it.
Listen,
That's
you know what we're gonna
exactly
have to
how it
address?
feels.
That's quite the
You know
analogy.
how we're gonna
man.
have to address though? You know what we gotta address though, especially when it comes to Xbox like this last couple of weeks? We gotta address the toxic positivity, man. That's where I wanna that's the term I'm gonna use. Toxic positivity. Where they want you to be positive no matter what. And like the best saying I got for this is what like one of my favorite shows was Spartacus. And in that show it had a line where the girl was telling him bullshit. And he just looked at her and said, The gods piss upon us, and you welcome it as cool and rain, and that's exactly what they want us to do. Like you're pissing on us, and you're like, no, bro, that's cool and rain. I'm like, no, nigga, that's piss. Like you're pissing on me, bro. So at the end of the day, I'm tired of them where it seems like, especially with the checkmark crew, they want you to literally be positive no matter what, and I'm like, bro, that's just as toxic as being negative no matter what. Like there has to be some type of reality in here, and that's what me and the quote unquote Xbots have been going back and forth this week with what they call Xbox Civil War, because there's some of us who wants to acknowledge reality and say water is wet and say that the night sky is dark, and there's some of us who don't want to acknowledge reality and be like, it doesn't matter that 6-7 stories came out in this last year about Xbox management problems. Let's go down the line. Undead Labs, The Initiative, Rare and Everwild, 343. Like, do I really need to mention more? Like, I'm just talking about this is the last 4 or 5 months of this year, bro, that all of this came out. Now you got the 2 delays and stuff, and they be like, how much of this shit you want me to believe that you can't, as an Xbox fan, say that, bro, I am excited for the future. I think that they'll dominate in the future once they get all of this stuff lined up and put out. But also, it is a bit concerning that they're having these troubles rolling out, because like I said, this is not a platform that just started. This is not Google Stadia, bro. This is not Amazon Luna that they're trying to get things to. Xbox has been around 20 years, bro. 20 years they've been taking money. They just, the people are, oh well, they just started in 2018. Why did they just started investing? They had a platform since 2001. Why did they just started taking it serious in 2018? You see, that's not my fault. That's not your fault. That's their fault. And all I want people to be like is, like I said, I can't, in good conscience, tear Jim Ryan apart, tear PlayStation apart, tear Nintendo apart for all their anti-consumer fuckery, but look at Xbox and say it's all the land of milk and honey and sweet and roses.
Just wait into the future.
Yeah. Because I'm like, bro, I don't know about y'all, but I have integrity. See what I'm saying? I don't like to cap. But at the end of the day, yes. Do I prefer Xbox? Yes. Do I think Xbox games are better for me than PlayStation games? Yes. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like PlayStation is like they don't make good games. Or most of my issues with PlayStation comes from the leadership decision and the fuckery that they're doing, because they think that they have the market position like what they did with the PS3 era. And every time one of these companies get on top, they always end up arrogant and insane. So that's my biggest problem with PlayStation. It's not their games. It's not them bringing out content. The problem I have with Xbox, they have everything else right, except 2 things: the consistency, quality of bringing out games, and the toxic positivity fuckery, where Jim Ryan and them could be literally throwing jabs at them. This is how we play games on share games on PS4. Like PlayStation have been throwing haymakers at Xbox for years. And they're coming out there. You know what they remind me of? And I don't like to get into politics. They remind me of Bernie Sanders. Where here goes, what's his name? The president's name. I don't even forgot his name. Whatever the president's name is. Right? He's out there on the stage telling people that Bernie Sanders love tyrants and love dictators. And then Bernie Sanders turn around and say, no, but that's my friend, though. That's my good friend. And people are like, wait, what? Like, bro, you have to be able to fight back and be more aggressive, for not only for you but for your base. Show your base that you care. But anyway, that's just my thing.
So but I'll say this, the Xbox, so Redfall, and I'll ask questions at the end and then we can move on. But so Xbox Starfield's delayed. Redfall's delayed. This happened once before, and that was after the Xbox Game Showcase in 2020 to prepare us for the launch of the Xbox Series X and S. The Halo Infinite was delayed a year, and there was no other showcase to let us know if we have any games coming, and they didn't replace Halo Infinite. So, do you guys think that there's nothing coming in 2022 to replace Starfield and Redfall, or is there like any game? Like, I don't know if there's anything even comparable, but do you think is that
well,
it?
I think the biggest possibility will probably be a Forza Motorsport 8. You know, they announced it on June 12th, and then it releases, in November or something like that, maybe October. But other than that, I don't really know. I mean, the other thing would be like, of course, Deathloop finally coming to Xbox, right, and Game Pass and whatnot. But not too many people are gonna really hype that up because it was already a PlayStation exclusive for a year.
Mm-hmm.
But but I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see. But as of right now,
Yeah. I don't know what AAA games are going to be moved up because we don't even know the development status of a lot of these games. How far they are into production?
Remember, they have Roundhouse Studios. We don't know what's going on with Roundhouse. We don't know what's going on with the Compulsion games. We don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't know what titles they're working on or what can get put up. The only rumor that I've heard recently, that's a possibility, is a Gears of War collection. That's the only thing. Well, that's the only thing I've heard. If they have anything else up their sleeve, I'll be surprised. But
the only thing,
like I said, we gotta wait.
The only thing I can think of, and I don't know how possible it is that how far Valve's is. If Valve is truly supposed to come out at the beginning of next year sometime, if that game could be pushed up a couple months, and I doubt it, but it's hard to tell at this point because they were very. The thing that strikes odd to me is the timing of this. You should be hyping up this event, but you do it before the event. So to me, it feels weird. Like, I understand they're trying to set expectations, but
here's my point.
This
why wouldn't they?
derails it.
You know what they should have did? Why not wait until after you wow us with all of the gameplay?
Yeah, that would have been better.
You show Starfield, you have a deep dive, and then afterwards you the game is great, but we're gonna need a little bit more time. We want y'all to be a little patient. People would have been like, all right, you sure?
Yeah, it would have been bittersweet.
Make it as good as possible. But instead, you have this on the shit but dev diaries, and like I said, they have been pumping it up. Stop acting like the fan base are the ones who they've been coming out here with these dev diaries. Hey, look at this. Here goes the location.
Gamers, right?
The locations where you're gonna be. Here goes the new companion. Here goes the oh, you want to know how we make the music, sirs? You want to? They came out with all of that, and then now they're like, oh wow, people were excited. What do you mean? You came out on stage last year and said 11/11/22. You've put your flag in. I keep telling people, bro. So there's so many people who bought their Xbox. Let's say my best friend, he bought his Xbox in February in anticipation for Starfield this year. If he knew Starfield wasn't coming this year, he wouldn't have bought it. You see what I'm saying? So just because it doesn't affect you, I hate these selfish ass, especially, and that's why my problem with the Xbox community this week is there's a lot of people that think because they don't care, nobody else should care.
Yeah, fair.
And I'm fair. Just because you don't give a damn, just because somebody gonna tell me, oh, you just mad because you can't use Starfield to push in PlayStation gamers' face. I'm like, I'm a fucking gamer, right? You think I'm more mad that I don't get to play the game? Are you insane? I want to play Starfield. I don't want to talk about Starfield. I want to play it. Are y'all people insane?
What about Hellblade 2? They showed that twice, so I'm sure, and they showed it at the Series X reveal, so I'm sure that's been in development for.
It's been in development for a while.
So what if they just do I
think that's their holiday game next year.
You think that's what's their holiday game?
I think that's next year.
I think that's their holiday game.
No,
what about Project
Mara
Mara
next year, bro?
Because they were working on that for a hot minute too. So that's the smallest scale project.
The thing is, though,
remember they have In Exile and stuff. Remember they have a lot of studios y'all don't think about.
The thing is, though, University, regardless how we feel about it, I'm with you. There could be certain things that have surprised with this. We don't know if Machine Games was working on Wolfenstein before they went over to Indiana Jones, I think they had a lot riding on Starfield. And if it got pushed back, I don't know if they realistically have something to replace it. So, like, it's just like, we'll have to see. Like, I do think it's
the
odd.
Halo effect. The Halo effect.
I do think it's odd that we're so close to their event that they throw this on us now.
Yeah, because
It's
they
like-
could have did that in February, bro. When Elden Ring and stuff were coming out and just slide it in. Like I said, at least would have been at least by now we would have gotten over it. But like I said, the problem is they put us. They come out, they announce the showcase. Your hype level goes to 10 out of 10, and then they drop this news on you like a week and a half later, and now your hype level goes to -10. So it's like, bro, what are y'all doing? So and now the expectation for the show, instead of just like if we got a B+ show, it would have been okay. Now the show better be an S-class show, bro. After you just told us.
The good thing that Xbox has right now going for them is the element of surprise for their showcase. Right?
For Game Pass, yeah.
I mean, just in general, right? Since Starfield and Redfall, is out of this year, the element of surprise is what they could bank on. And, I personally, I do think they're going to show at least, something worthwhile, in my opinion. I think.
I mean, they're gonna try.
I believe
they're gonna try to make things up, obviously through Game Pass. I could definitely see like Gotham Knights, right? Because I don't think Gotham Knights is gonna, and obviously it being next gen only. I don't think Gotham Knights is gonna sell crazy like that, like not comparable to like Arkham games or anything like that. So
what about Saints Row? Saints Row can hop in Game Pass too.
And Saints Row looking kind of good too. I ain't gonna hold you on
that. But that's if they come out this year. Like I have a feeling that Gotham Knights is probably gonna get delayed again until like next year or something like that. I just have a feeling. But because people are complaining about how that game looks. But
we having a great podcast. Make sure you guys drop a like in here, man. We gotta get these likes up.
Like
we got
button.
241 people in here.
Hit the like, bro. Hit the like button. Hit the share button.
Hit that like button.
So we all come to that Xbox is probably gonna have something, right? We've been burnt before.
All these niggas in here. Wait, hold on 1 second. All these niggas in here, yo, and y'all ain't giving my niggas Smooth some donations, man. I see y'all niggas being that Colt Eastwood shit and all these other niggas shit giving $500 donations and shit, nigga. Give my niggas some love, bro. Fuck wrong with y'all niggas, bro.
Man,
all y'all broke.
If you donate money to Smooth, he'll do cartwheels in his house live on chat.
Nah, look out for my boy, bro. They need to look out for my boy. Like I was in the space in the podcast the other day. 2 people donated $500 in like the first hour. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro. And I ain't gonna hate. I ain't hating. I'm just saying, like, where the money niggas be when it comes to the niggas, bro?
Yeah, because you gotta be an ambassador. You gotta be.
You can't too toxic for that.
My hair not blonde enough, bro.
Ambassador.
My hair not blonde enough, bro. I can bleach my hair blonde if that's what y'all need, bro.
Crazy. Just call it what it is.
Like what? I just have an
You know
all
what it
year
is?
round
Let's be
tan,
real
bro.
here. Let's be real here, man. Smooth got the penny pinchers in his chat. That's what it is. He got the penny pinchers.
The penny pinches.
They penny pinch to go to McDonald's in the morning for that breakfast burrito. That's what they gonna spend that money.
He got the I'm gonna wait till it come to Game Pass people in the back in the chat.
Oh man.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, y'all. Hey, man. Don't be talking about smooth viewers.
We love you,
man.
chat.
Look,
We love you.
just
We
hit
love
that
you.
like button, bro. Just
hit the like button. That's more
Hit
than
the
enough.
like button, man. That's the least. Yeah, that's the least you can do. And somebody find $500 for my nigga Smooth. But go ahead.
For sure.
Wow. Now I'm gonna pull up the article that I apparently was quoted in by Kotaku. Now I didn't know this shit happened. I just started getting tagged on Twitter.
Hanging
I'm
out
like,
with the
literally,
celebrity, everyone.
like, what happened and what was the big deal? So the thing was, the article is called "Xbox Reps Takes a Hit for Following Major Delays." And this article is pretty much the reaction to everybody had against the Starfield and Redfall delay, and they were quoting pretty much a lot what they were pretty much pulling from Twitter. And I was mentioned, which I don't appreciate it because they didn't even get my whole quote, man. They literally, I need to show you my actual quote. That's the problem, right? Hold on. Let me show you.
Notice they called you a Twitch streamer?
Yeah. So it says, shit, the Twitch streamer Kid Smooth, whose bio notes that Xbox is the best box, said on Twitter. I'm like, shit, that's all you got? That wasn't my fucking... That was the start of my sentence. I had a whole lot to say. So I'll show you what actually freaking happened. Hopefully I don't got no porn on my Twitter. I doubt I do.
Whoa, hold up.
All right, so hold on.
I am asleep, bro. That's why you got kicked out, bro. See what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm looking out for you, bro.
Damn. What was it?
So you gotta scroll down.
Because I tweet too damn much.
Just go to the search, type your name, and type shit next to it, and
They should have the tweet link
right.
in that. No, that tweet
Here
should
we
be
go.
linked in there.
Boom. This was the
This
actual
man
tweet.
Smooth did not really name this stream Xbox.
It's the last line. It's the last line that made me laugh the most from that Kotaku shit. When he said derogatively called Xbox.
Oh, I gotta read it. Yeah, so this was the full quote. I said, shit, Xbox literally have nothing this year. Starfield and Redfall both delayed to 2023. These were the only 2 games we knew that was coming this year. And they somehow managed to only get shit. Like, really? Shit. Like, all right, so it says the Twitch streamer...
that sums it up pretty good, though, if you ask me.
Some people pointed fingers at Xbox head Phil Spencer. Others called it a bad luck, a PR nightmare, and used the word sucks a lot. Even social media users with accounts named after Xbox gamers who derogatorily became known as Xbots. Yo! What kind of investigative journalism is this? But
I told you, bro, you don't need no qualifications at all, bro, to be a journalist, bro. Not in the games media, obviously, not in any other media.
You can watch a game and be a gamer.
Bro, that's why I'm talking about toxic. That's why I said toxic positivity, bro. Toxic positivity. When you literally trying to bend reality to make people feel good. And I'm like, bro, it's okay to tell people that, does this make any sense, bro? I am a fan of, look, I love being part of the Mercedes community, but I don't love Mercedes for the cars. What? Or you'd be like, yo, I watch my spouse fix cars all the time. I'm a mechanic. So I guess Steph Curry's wife is a goddamn athlete, right? That's what you want me to believe? Right. Yeah. She, how much hundreds and thousands of hours of basketball did she watch him play? So she's a basketball aficionado. She's a goddamn athlete. It's not the same, and it's okay to say that. But no, they can't say that, because if they say that, you're being toxic and negative. So you have to be positive, and no matter what. And I'm like, bro, I'm tired of this bullshit.
This is targeted hate.
It's
you know what the reason people? But targeted hate. Stop that bullshit. The thing that I keep telling people. The reason why people fuck with people like me, Smooth, and different people is because they are tired of this PC bullshit. You think after Trump they'd realize that, right? But people are tired of people just lying to your face just to be positive, just for positive sake. They'll be like I said, they piss on you and say, no, you should call it rain, because if you say piss, you're gonna offend people. But I'm like, but it is piss though. So what? Just call it rain though. No, I won't call it rain. It's piss.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day. Yeah,
this is ridiculous. Nah, it's just like the shit that I can't stand is like they throw out these terminologies that actually have like real meaning behind them, but they throw it out so much that to the point they're starting to lose meaning. You know what I mean? Like they try to like the old girl, right? Who's talking about, hey, you don't criticize Phil unless you're in his position and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's like me saying that. If I go to a mechanic and the mechanic faults my car, I can't criticize the mechanic because I'm not a mechanic. You know what I mean? It's like I didn't get that shit. So when people, called her out and stuff like that, and then I watched Ashton Lucas stream to where she actually went through the comments. Nobody was really saying anything too crazy or vulgar towards her. I'm sure she got some, but the majority of the people was just
any
like,
pushback, bro. You don't understand.
Exactly.
Any pushback,
pushback,
then you're automatically a fanboy or you're toxic or whatever.
Or
and I'm
you're
like,
harassing. Right?
Can y'all just call it what it is, man? Can y'all just call it what it is? She's a woman, right? She's a woman, so.
Oh, you can't say that. I said this already. Look, somebody clipped me. Somebody clipped me, right? On the space thing that one. You seen it, right? And I'm like, bro, so you're not gonna show the whole context. You're not gonna show the context of what I said. You're just gonna make it sound like I can't.
Anytime you trying to attack a woman, it's always going to be pushed.
But I'm not attacking a woman. I'm just being real.
I'm sorry. I'm not saying you, and I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, in
general. Anytime
what I'm trying to say is
anytime you disagree
with a woman or anything.
But think about this
gonna
for a
be
second. I
pushed
keep
back.
telling people this. Think about this. I've been on this app for years. Dudes have been attacking dudes for their gamer score or whatever credentials of this shit for years. All of a sudden, it's a problem now. Why? They've been doing this all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
That's
why
what I
is
was
it
saying.
now?
That's what I would say.
hold on.
University. I was attacked like at least 3 or 4 times a year. Like at least. Like
Yeah.
We know why. I mean, it
Yeah.
is what it is, but it's,
No,
I mean,
and the whole thing with the old girl, right? It's like the whole thing with like her gamer score and shit like that. Like obviously, like the general consensus of the community is like the whole gamer score or PSN trophy level is not even the issue. It's just the whole thing about being honest and keeping your integrity. If you say you play these games, if you say you play these games, then actually be honest about you playing the game. If you don't play the games, then don't say you play the game. Like her saying that she played hours of Dooms, and then when they checked it, she only played like 30 minutes. And
Yeah,
stuff
but
like that.
all right, let's talk about
That's
this.
crazy.
Hold on.
this is why checking credentials
on.
is needed.
Hold on. But here's the thing: most people don't even check nobody's credential unless they're saying something dumb or wild. You know what I mean? Unless it's something that is being called in question. When I do my spaces, I don't go in my space and be like, "Oh, I need to see your PSN." It's like, no. But if you say some dumb shit, I'm gonna be like, "Well, let me see if you actually play the game. Let me actually see." Your PSN or gamer tag to see if you play the game, but it was never on the question of if you have under 100,000 gamer score, then you're less of a gamer. It's like no, don't cap. She obviously she admitted that she doesn't really got into the Xbox program because she likes Xbox games. Okay, fine, that's cool. But don't tell other people to not be upset or to criticize Phil about the lack of games that they're excited for because these are
when they're the ones who can actually play it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the ones who actually want to play it. But my point is this: I don't care if you're a man or woman. None of that matters, right? If you're a gamer, you're a gamer. I don't care if you just play Minecraft alone. If you play Madden, who cares? None of that is my concern. I'm not here trying to keep people or trying to set barriers of what you have to do to be in the community. No, my point is when you're out there as a quote unquote ambassador, when you're out there with remember in her banner, it's a picture of her holding a controller, bro. It's a picture of her holding a controller. So I'm like, you're literally trying to send out a message. You have YouTube videos talking about how much you love this game, that game, and that's okay. But my point is when you put your information out there, I keep telling people, you can make your gamer tag or your trophy, whatever, private. They have that setting. If you put your public information out there and people ask you about said public information, it's not harassment. You don't have to give gamer tags. You don't have to do none of this shit. But you also don't have to be out here chastising people you can't. You shouldn't criticize Phil Spencer unless you're the CEO of a major gaming platform. Well, there's only 3 major gaming console platforms out there. So out of 8 billion people, if I don't have one of these 3 jobs, I can't criticize Phil Spencer? How the fuck does that make sense? So at the end of the day, it's okay for people to question people, but like I said, anytime people give pushback, they always call you fanatical, and that's the one thing I hate about the games industry the most. I have never seen another industry that talks down to their own consumer base more than the gaming industry. Because I'm like, bro, why do they pretend like toxicity is somehow unique to the gaming community? As if have you ever been on sports Twitter?
Sports,
Sports.
Go and tell somebody that. Go and tell somebody that fucking LeBron James is better than Jordan, and they're a Jordan fan, and see what happens. Go and tell somebody that.
Sure.
Have you ever been on political Twitter? Have you ever seen?
Sports fans get violent. If you go, I live in San Antonio, right? If I go to a Spurs game and they're playing like the Lakers, and I'm wearing like a Lakers jersey and shit like that, like people have been jumped because of that. Like they just go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. She's not white. Hold on. The super chat, bro. You see, somebody sending money. That's what we talk about. Paying customers. Get that money out there. She not white, bro. Her man white, but she not white, bro.
What?
The thing is, like I said,
it's not.
I don't know what
her man is.
Muck 45 it says it's not because she's a woman. It's because she is a white woman. I never see people like Jeff and Green defend Luca or any other black woman.
But Luca does not have a check mark.
Yeah. And also, I don't think Luca ever pulls the woman card. Like,
no, she doesn't.
Whenever a woman pulls the woman card, I automatically just stop talking to him or just stop, listening to them, because after that you cannot criticize them for anything once they pull that.
Oh man, bro,
It's hypocrisy. It's
over.
hypocrisy because they want to say, "Hey, we want to be equal to men." Cool, and I'm okay with that. But it's like when we criticize you equally as we would do like other people, other men, then they want to be like, "Well, I'm a woman, you can't talk to me."
Dude,
like that.
preach,
on,
because
bro.
I keep telling people
That
this,
happened
especially
in
on Twitter.
university.
I'm like, bro. Let me tell you something, right? I am all about equality, but a lot of people don't know.
What happened?
Oh, you good, man? You good?
I don't
We
know,
lost
but,
Uni, man.
He bought it.
Oh yeah, man.
But look, yo,
Got him.
He got him.
When
Out,
that-
got him out of there.
when that happened to Uni on Weapon Wheel, I've commented on it, and dudes literally was like, "Yo, fuck that dude," because I think it's corny when you let a woman victimize herself when she insert
here's the
herself into a
issue.
male circle. Like that's all. I just commented on it, and dudes literally stopped following and everything. I'm like, damn, dude, soft like that. Like,
The
that's
issue
crazy.
here's the issue I have with the thing is I get why people were upset with her notion, but I still think, and I still stand by this. I tweeted this, and this is me tweeting this is how I found out that I was kicked out of the ambassador program. The thing is that she said what she said. Everybody went there, and then
You got kicked out of the ambassador program because that time you got banned off Xbox Live. You can't have no infractions on your account.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot how did I get banned? on Xbox
Because
Live?
you called someone
Rage.
a cocksucker in a message.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's how he's telling
You
y'all.
got
earlier,
banned
man.
live during your stream live.
yeah.
No man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
They probably would have kicked them out for it.
I thought they kicked me out for something on Twitter because you got to have a peaceful Twitter too, and I think that's kind of
Well, no,
stupid.
see, you're part of the Xbox ambassador. She's an Xbox VIP. It's different.
MVP. Yeah.
MVP, yeah.
So here's the thing with her, right? She said what she said. I mean, I don't agree, but I think the rage that it caused, right, was the first thing people did was after saying what she said, right, they went beyond. It was like, I can't take it. Let me see if she's even a gamer, right? So they go and they look up her tweets of her tweeting about games, then go up her gamer tag and see it. And then I was like, all right, I get it. Doing that to people that claim to be these big hardcore gamers, you going after commercial people with that. I'm not the biggest fan. Like I don't look at Miss Dea's Geek as one of someone. She's a part of the community, but it's a different.
I never even heard of
It's
her.
a different tier. She's not in I get that them coming at me or other people in a podcast scenario we're actually going in having these console wars with. So I just why are they going this hard on this girl? Because I look at people some people are fragile, and I think this is not good when you're going at people like this hard for really no reason over a difference of opinion. So I still think that was wrong, regardless of her opinion of how people should be criticizing Phil. I still think it was wrong to go and rate. I hate rating gamer tags. I can't stand it. I don't mind when people do it to me because I don't know what you're gonna find. But the thing is I can't stand when people do it because then you kind of bring all this unnecessary, unwanted attention to people, and then it gives people in the community a bad look. So I just feel like they did go too damn hard on her with that. I don't even think it was even necessary. I don't care if she games or not. Her, I don't look at her and be like, damn, she's a hardcore gamer or something like that. Or I see her as I see other people.
Smooth. No. You literally have a song where you said if you can't take
Can't
it,
take
you get the
it.
fuck
Yeah,
out of
but
here.
but that's pretty
Come
much
on,
to
man.
people like us. That would be I look at Miss Dance
Hey, what Smooth? Hold up. What
Oh,
Smooth trying to
man.
say is he's saying this individual in no way, shape, or form has ever enticed or participated in console war whatsoever.
Oh yeah, I
she's
get
never
it.
been
I
in any
get what
form of
Smooth's saying.
she's
I get
never
what
been
he's
in any form of toxic behaviors.
Right.
For the most part, she's a very positive individual on Twitter. She speaks for diversity. She speaks for women being in gaming. She's never been in this type, and the reason she handled this the way she did is because she's never been in this type of heat. This is the first time that she's probably had anyone criticize her to this degree.
Let me ask you guys this: how many people agreed with her statement? Anybody here agree with her statement? Because I didn't.
No, nobody agreed.
No,
with her. We're not
so-
gonna go in a riot.
And like we said earlier, for context, the majority of the response to what she said wasn't toxic. If you look through the mentions and the replies, it wasn't that bad. It's not like people were disrespecting her,
The thing
calling
is,
her
though,
our
is we
name and
can't-
stuff like that.
bro.
We can't take we don't
Listen,
know what we don't know what
I
kind of
think-
DM she's getting either.
I think
Right.
yeah, to be fair to her, I think that people did go overboard, and I think it's just because anything involving Xbox and people always go crazy, you know. But my biggest thing, like, I do agree that I don't think that the amount of fervor was necessary, but I do understand why people was upset, because to tell people that they can't criticize somebody, whatever, like that's insane. But my point is, like, I also do think that when they go and say harassment or whatever, like, they classify anything. Like, if somebody tweets at you and say you're wrong, that's not harassment.
Right.
It's a public forum. You're on a public website. Then make your account private. That's what it's for. Like, that you can, like, so the problem is, when you use words like harassment and targeted this and targeted hate and stuff like that, then you make the actual examples of targeted hate and harassment. Then it's like you crying wolf. It's the boy that cried wolf, right? Like, because like now you're changing that. You're playing the victim, and I don't like when you poke the bear. And then you play the victim, like what he said. She's never been in any negativity or console war stuff. But I keep telling people, there is such a thing as toxic positivity. If I know you're pissing on me and you're telling me to smile please smile and welcome it as cooling rain, it's toxic. It's just as toxic as negativity. I keep telling people, if somebody looks at you, and I understand that some people with check marks, or they got they're public figure, they're part of IGN or whatever, so they're certain. I get it. I know. But there's such a thing as toxic positivity, where you have to be positive no matter what, even in a situation that calls for that calls for, like, for example, if Phil Spencer can come out and say, this is hard on our fans and on the devs, and we'll have to do better to deliver. Phil Spencer can admit it. Why can't you? I literally seen people in the Xbox community out here this week. If Colt Eastwood is damage controlling less than you have a problem. You have a problem.
This has been hilarious. Like, watching Jazz go at it with, like, other people go at it with, like, other people and shit like that. And then the whole thing, right? It started a chain reaction, right? It exposed the ambassadorship program that anybody can just go on there. Like I said, my boy Chaos, he's a pony. He hasn't had an Xbox since the 360, and he signed up and got approved right away.
You know what's funny? I looked at that because I was going to do it. I've been signed up with that shit since 2019 and didn't even know it.
Yeah, and then it started this whole reaction where these other Xbox employees started getting more involved. You had that chick that talks about, well, if you watch games or you talk about games,
Oh my God, bro.
then you're a gamer, right? Of course, people are gonna come after her with that because that's completely nonsensical. And then she tried to backtrack it. Then you had this other dude, I don't know, like another like Xbox community guy, whatever. He was talking about, he was talking like he was fucking back in the medieval Crusader days. Like, we must purge and starve them, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Bro,
they wanted to block you into oblivion.
But I told you that's how they checkmark things. They literally think they're part of some elite special club. I'm like, half you fuck niggas don't even make as much money. I'm like, I want to see how much money y'all broke ass journalists make. Y'all don't make that much money. You just have a check mark. Like, stop playing with me, bro.
Yeah, I don't agree with the check marks. The check marks is a form of classism on social media.
Yeah, they really believe that.
That's facts.
They really believe that they're literally some elite group of people. Like, they're the Celestials from One Piece or some shit.
They have that.
I'm like, bro. I'm like, my nigga. I'm like, my nigga. They love to dismiss you. Like, for example, you come up, you disagree with them, instantly you're a fanboy. Instantly, I don't have to nothing to say, oh, these stupid fanboys. These stupid fanboys that you want to read your article, though. These stupid fanboys that you want to monetize, though. Like, these stupid fanboys that were the only reason why you have a fucking job. I'm tired of this stupid. Go ahead, bro.
We can all agree that if you watch games, you are not. I repeat, you are not a gamer.
You cannot redefine what a gamer
you
is.
are
I'm sorry, no
gamer.
matter how many people try to tweet that shit, you're gonna have real gamers out here who
who
actually do this shit.
I got people to blame
You got-
too.
Man, shut up, man. I'm about to go perform heart surgery tomorrow, man. I watched a YouTube video. I'm good.
Yeah, you're a surgeon now.
It's the end of the day, I've always had this mentality when it comes to, like, reviews and, people that don't play games, people don't beat games, but speak about games. I just mute them and move on. Like, I don't take their word very well anymore. It's the same thing with here. I didn't really particularly like interact with this individual much anyway, but it's just like I do think Xbox needs to be very careful how they go around promoting people that it's okay to run a brand and speak on a brand so publicly, acting like you're acknowledgeable when it's clearly you're not playing them. Because I feel like that's a really weird area to be in.
Because I did a space the other day that literally asked, does Xbox want us to play games or not? I want to know.
No, Xbox wants you to buy games. They don't care if you play them.
Yeah, yes, exactly. But if it were up to people, I'm like, Xbox, if your whole community were people like her, y'all be in the red right now.
I just don't understand like why people have to be like this. Like gaming is probably one of the harder things to fake because eventually people are gonna find out. Either they're gonna go through your profile, or you're gonna say something that you just completely expose yourself and not knowing what the fuck you're talking about.
And to be honest with you, it don't even need to go that far. I'm sorry, like you. It's very easy to just like all she would have to do
hear
is
what
just
somebody say,
not say nothing.
Yep.
Like she didn't have like
she could have been chilling.
The only thing I responded to said it's one thing to have a platform and choose not to speak. It's another thing to use your platform telling other people not to speak.
Yep.
And that was the issue. That's what started. That was the chain reaction. And that's why I said, like, look, like, I hate that, if she was having like harassment and stuff. Like, I didn't see everything. I can't
on the call. Yeah, you can't talk
see
about
everything,
it because we don't know. But
at the end of the day, if you're a public figure on any platform for any industry under any brand, you are open for criticism. And she came out there with a statement that made no sense logically. She got criticism. Now, I don't agree with the harassment if it was taking place. I didn't personally see it, but I can't see what's going on in her DMs. I can't see anything like that. So I can't speak on that, but I saw a lot of criticism. And if you're considering that as harassment, which I'm not saying she is, like I said, I don't know what was happening going down personally. That's not harassment. That is people that don't like what you said. You're a public figure. You're opening yourself to that lifestyle. It's okay when people are getting the positivity to being a public figure, the review codes, the free products, the sponsorships. But then once the other foot falls, that's when we got the issue.
Like, remember, Aaron Greenberg got killed just for putting up a goddamn AVI with Crash Bandicoot doing an axe. So when you're a public figure, you have to be very wary, especially when you have a check mark and then you'll have an Xbox ambassador or whatever. You represent a brand, right? So you have to be very wary of what you say and what you get into. Because like what you said, once you're in there, you're in there. So at the end of the day, I keep telling people, the problem that she was trying to do what I keep telling you is toxic positivity, where she was trying to be positive no matter what and tell other people, you can't criticize Phil. And Phil is just a human. We didn't know. We didn't know that he was human. Thank you for letting us know, ma'am. My bad. And like I said, if anybody's harassing her or attacking her personally or trying to dox her or any crazy stuff like that, that's unacceptable. But to tweet back at her and say, I disagree with what you're saying because this, that's not harassment, man. Come on, bro. Like I said, you could literally, you know what she could have done? She could have locked her account. She could have turned off the comments for that tweet. You could, like, there's so much things to do. You could do, and you decide not to do it, and then you get mad. And then everybody else get mad. Then I see all the Xbox people, all the check marks come to her rescue, and then they're attacking her. And I'm like, wait. I'm like, Jeff Grubb, you're complaining about people attacking her, but you're attacking other people to defend her. How are you doing any different? How are you
over a bad take, over a bad opinion at that?
He unblocked BG.
That's what I'm saying. He's attacking BG. He's telling BG he's toxic for doing it, but you're unblocking BG to go and attack him about his take.
Not to mention too that there were some people that have these check marks that you guys say that I know for a fact in the past they've been extremely toxic.
Oh, you talking about that Tony Polanco guy, right?
It's just like people. If you got dirty laundry like that, just stay your ass on the sidelines. Like that's like equivalent to me acting like I didn't threaten to kill Chris Righteous, like, and coming out there talking about her, like threatening people. When that comes out, I keep my white ass on the sidelines. I don't talk about that.
I keep telling people, listen, you can call me toxic, right? Whatever. I view myself as real. But people, they label you with whatever they want to label you. If they respect you and like what you're saying, they call you a hero. If they don't like what you're saying, you're a villain. It is what it is, right? The difference with me is I'm not trying to make everybody like me. I'm literally not out here trying to say what everybody. I'm not a politician, bro. I'm not out here trying to, I just say what I believe, and it is what it is. And you can do that, but I also understand me saying what I believe is going to come with people also saying what they believe. And it's going to stir, you know what I'm saying? You can say stir the pot or whatever the case may be. That's cool. But I'm tired of people doing something, saying something, stirring the pot, and then playing the victim right after. And then, like what you said earlier, there's certain cards when they pull, you can't even... and it's not just the one lady card or whatever. There's other cards that when people pull them cards, you're like, bro, all right. Then the conversation is over. Can't criticize. I can't go back at you because you pulled that card. Y'all seen it last year. Somebody called me everything but a child of God. Everything but a child of God. F nigga, bitch ass this. All I said was, I'm not gonna argue with a female over no console wars out of respect for you. People literally the next day call me sexist. I'm like, wait, how? I said out of respect for her. So I'm trying to. So if I curse her out, I'm sexist. If I don't curse her out, I'm still sexist. So it's like what can you do? But that's why I said I just stopped caring anymore, bro. I just stopped caring because it's just a lot of it is fake outrage. Fake outrage, and I love what? Why do the people use fake outrage? To shut you up. To make you be quiet because they don't like what you say. And at the end of the day, like I said, it is what it is. If y'all want to complain about toxic negativity, complain about the toxic positivity. Complain about the people who think that no matter what happens, it's okay. It's okay for Microsoft to take my money, right, every month and not provide me the things that they told me.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Have a good night.
Nice podcast, guys.
All right.
All right, man.
All right.
Thanks.
I'm just saying, Xbox. Y'all know, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. When you buy that console, it comes with it's an investment in future stuff. And when they tell me to expect something and then I expect it and then they don't deliver, it's okay to be disappointed. Like nobody should tell you how you should feel about your money that you're spending. And I keep telling y'all, if y'all don't want me to be disappointed, send me money. How about that? Then I wouldn't have to spend my own money. And then nobody would be mad. But if you're not mad, I'm not going to tell you to get mad. But don't tell me not to be mad or whatever the case may be. But anyway, any other topics, bro?
Man. So, okay. What needs to happen to make our fellow Xbox peers come together and be on the same accord again?
Matter of fact, you know what? I'm glad this shit is happening because this is gonna show like the actual like legit Xbox fans, like the people who are passionate and actually like, nah, this is like when shit like this happens that they're able to be critical and be like, this is some bullshit. We need to criticize Microsoft so they can do better. This is our platform. We give them money. We want them to do better. This is gonna show those people, right, the real Xbox fans, that there's a lot of fake ass enablers that just allow Microsoft to do anything, piss on their back, slap their mama, whatever, and tell them everything's going to be okay. And they'll be like, oh, okay, yep, okay, you know what I mean? And then they go after the other fans and tell the other fans that they're wilding for complaining and stuff like that. So I'm kind of glad this is going on.
Like, dude, don't you see yesterday they released the second half of May for the Game Pass, and I put up a tweet, bruh. And somebody in the Xbox community literally attacked me for saying that, like, imagine being upset that you get 12 games and one of them is $59.99. And I'm like, bro, if the games don't move me, how you gonna be mad at me because I'm not excited?
You don't like the games that they put. You have the right to voice your opinion on that. Yeah, everyone's different. There might be some people that be like, yo, I like this shit, but other people are like, nah, like it's kind of mid. I don't want to play these games. It's there for other people. That's it. Everyone has different tastes.
I don't get why people think that they can put their feelings onto other people. Like, if I am disappointed, That's okay. If you're hyped, that's okay, bro.
But
Like,
I agree with Chris though. Like there are a lot of enablers within the community, all doing that for a verified check on Twitter, trying to appeal
they're
to the
literally telling you.
executives and people at Microsoft for whatever
Tell me,
reason. Honestly, they're not your friends. They're trying to
Do
get
you
your money at
expect
the end
me?
of the day.
Do you expect me to literally be happy about every Game Pass drop for the entire year? Not one of them could I not be hyped about? Then you're just a shill, and they're not even getting paid to shill.
That's what I'm
I told
saying.
them,
They're the cheapest form of advertisement ever. Cheapest
I'm like,
form of
bro,
advertising the marketing ever.
I have Microsoft stock, and I'm not a shill like you. And you don't have any investment in Microsoft. You have
Me
zero
too.
equity in Microsoft. I'm like, so why are you out here shilling and saying that this is? I see Kid Smooth tweeted this is a mediocre list of games, and I'm like, well, that's the obvious. That's the truth. How can they call Kid Smooth a bot? They call me a bot. They call other people bot, and we're literally being objective. And there's some people in the gaming in Twitter community, and the thing that pisses me off, it's always the people that you never hear their fucking voice. I don't know how they look. I don't know how they hear. I don't even know. You could be a 12-year-old boy for all I fucking know. Like I don't know who you are. Like I keep telling people, you have all of that. They're always hating on the sidelines. They're hating in the back group chats and hating. If you want to hate, bring your ass up to a podcast. Bring your ass to a space. And you know who I'm talking. The people I'm talking about. Kid Smooth. A ton of people who want to be like. I'm not like, bro. I'm not saying anything. If you want to be a mysterious vigilante on Twitter, going around splitting propaganda for Xbox, do you? That's cool. But what you're not gonna do is attack me when I'm literally out here voicing my opinion, and all you're doing is sending little tweets. And I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, if you're gonna,
they be lurking in the spaces too.
Yeah, they be lurking. Yeah, they be lurking in their burner accounts and stuff to listen, but they can't never come up and participate. But they want to be the most vocal on the timeline, though. On the timeline, on your TL, they vocal as fuck, right? And I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be the shill that y'all want me to do. If y'all are shilling more than Kid Smooth,
Cole Eastwood, yeah.
Kid Smooth called himself the best bot, and you shilling more than him. Cole Eastwood literally out here capping for Crackdown 3. Cole Eastwood out here getting flued out like a cheap Instagram thot to Seattle for free of charge from Xbox to meet the team and stuff. And I ain't gonna hate on the nigga. Good job, bro. I'm all there for you. Get your money, my guy. But at the end of the day, if he could get flued out and he's like, yo, bruh, Xbox is listening. It's okay to criticize them. Let them hear you. He can say that, but I can't. And I'm the one crazy.
I mean, because you got literally you got corporate slaves, right? Because it's the same thing with me, right? Like, yeah, I prefer PlayStation, right, primarily. But when I criticized them a couple weeks ago, when I criticized the community and shit like that, like I'm just keeping it real. I was like, yo, PlayStation lacks first-party Japanese studios and first-party JRPGs. They need to get that shit together, or they're not doing this. They need to get that shit together. And people are like, no, they don't need to do it. I was like, nah, get the fuck out of here. I've been playing PlayStation since fucking they got them PS1.
Chris, that's a bunch of new age PlayStation fans that weren't there when they had the support for those games back in the day. All they care about is the new Western RPGs and stuff like that, but they're not OG PlayStation fans like you are.
Let me ask y'all a question.
About what people think.
Yo, what up, Bon?
Yeah.
What's good, bro?
When y'all gonna listen to me? This is the same conversation in the Xbox community since 2013.
I've been watching you since 2012, Bon.
9 years later, y'all still having the same conversation?
Well, there's a lot of new people. There's a lot of new people.
I hear Crack Gamer went through this 5 years ago. Happened prior again between other people 9 years ago. Happening today. When y'all gonna learn? Hell, it happened with the Wii U. Nintendo fans weren't asking better for better. Happened with the Xbox One. Xbox fans weren't asking for better. Hell, it even happened early with the PlayStation 3.
Yep.
And, those are the only fanboys that actually asked for better. That's why that system actually came back. But
you remember the Trade Brotherhood, Bond?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the same one.
No, I know.
But here's the thing. When you think about it, being a fanboy is detrimental to your system actually doing good. Corporate slaving and cheerleading and all that stuff, that's all detrimental to your platform of choice being good. You want your platform to be good, criticize the fucking hell out of it. So the PC gamers did, and look what they got.
Or
That's
bet against
Sony.
bet against Smooth.
Yeah, that's what the Sony fans did with the PS3, and look at the PS4. That's the Nintendo fans whined a lot with the Wii U. Look at the Switch. The people that complain the loudest and don't praise everything are the ones that get the best shit. The people with the most fanboys and the loudest ones, or these fake gaming ambassadors. Hey, look, everybody has a job. Everybody works for money. But if you knew you were going to get paid the same amount for doing less work, what incentive do you have to work harder? And you act like these companies don't see these people online like, yo, why are we pushing ourselves when these morons are praising us every day? Why is your girl going to go to the gym if you're still dicking her down and she fed?
Oh my God, I knew that was going to come.
Oh my God. Oh my
it's the
God.
truth,
You
yo.
always, why do you,
Look,
did you get kicked off of Twitter for this shit?
No, it was because I said this man's serious, and apparently a common phrase of this man's serious was an attack on somebody's gender and identity. I made a video about it.
Leave the ladies alone, bro.
You literally that's
allegedly
you misgendered somebody.
It wasn't a regular that got me banned because I said this. I literally said it was an irregular Xbox fan who said Platinum Games was a legendary developer, and I was like, this man's serious? They got me the fuck up out of there. How dare you call somebody a man?
Oh damn.
But what was I about to say? Yeah, like
I do fuck with
one of my friends, she said it best. She was like, I've gained 80 pounds, which that's freaking disgusting. And she said, I have no incentive to lose weight because some dude is still going to fuck me. That's what she told me. And you know what?
What are you talking about, bro?
She's 100% right. There's always going to be something.
What is wrong with you, man?
And just like in gaming, there's always going to be blind, loyal fanboys that, regardless of what happens, I mean, the Xbox hasn't had an exclusive game since Halo 5, if you want to think about it. It went like 5 years without one exclusive game.
Gears 5, bro.
2013 to like 2018. Yeah,
no, he's talking about true exclusive. He's talking about true
like,
exclusive,
it
not on
was
PC.
until Gears 5 that one time, or Gears 4, or whatever. And yet people were still buying that shit. It's nuts. But that's why Smooth makes all these bets, because he got no games to play. So the only game he can play is to try to win a bet.
Matter of fact, Smooth's the reason why Starfield and Redfall got delayed. His betting powers.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's my boy Psycho Gamer showing some love. All right, Psycho Gamer.
And I keep saying, if you really want Xbox to be better, just have Smooth make fun of it.
Just say Smooth. Just tell Smooth to say Xbox is gonna have the worst year in 2023.
All right, let me address some of these super chats and then we can move on to the next topic. Storm Legend for 199 says Uni Sensei is speaking straight facts. That's
Uni, nigga, but Uni.
I don't know why I said. Wow, I said Uni. Wow, Uni. Yeah, you're right. Cycle Gamer, $4.99 super chat says just showing support. Good show, guys. Shout out to Cycle Gamer. Dr. Sunday. That's actually a nice name. Phil has improved the studio count. He should get credit, but what games have released for Xbox? That's ultimate priority games. All right, we got to move this along because I don't want to be in here all night. Game Pass, Xbox released their second half of May releases for Game Pass. And let me try to pull them up. I don't know if anybody has them. I know, Jay, you put up a list, dude.
I had it. I tweeted it out yesterday. So
okay.
But let me get it up. Hold on.
So what I got it. I see they're doing Skate for Cloud, which doesn't count because it's already in Game Pass. It's just going to cloud. Farming Simulator 2022, The Floppy Knights, Jurassic World Evolution 2, Pac-Man Museum, Umurangi, Little Witch in the Woods, Sniper Elite 5,
and a bunch of PC bullshit.
Cricket 22, Yev, Shipbreaker, Heart Story, yeah, that PC shit, man. I don't like when they put that in the damn post as if I'm gonna take advantage of that. All right, so yeah, I said the second half of May is pretty mediocre. Now, I will give credit where credit's due. The first half of May I thought was pretty good. Trek to Yomi was at least decent. I had my gripes with it, but it was a decent title. Udikin Chronicles, I'm still playing that, and so I am getting my money's worth out of that. And MLB The Show came out in April. What else came out in May that I've tackled?
How do you feel?
Chronicles good?
Yeah, Udikin Chronicles Rising is pretty good. I like that.
I hear it's good. I hear the story is really not good. It's like basic, but I hear everything else is fun.
It's very basic. That's why I'm able to.
And y'all had that masterpiece. Y'all had that masterpiece Crossfire. That shit was fire. Crossfire X. I had that masterpiece come out on Game Pass.
So right now on the surface, this doesn't look that impressive. Like Sniper, a lot of people want to be like, Sniper Elite 5. Sniper Elite 5 has been historically garbage. Ever since its inception. The last game was the best one, and it's like a Metacritic is like an 81. So
the zombie ones are better.
The Zombie Army trilogy, yeah, I played that. Somebody got mad because I said it was mediocre, and what they did was send me a screenshot of the price tag for Farming Simulator, Jurassic World, and Sniper Elite. He said because they're all $60, this is a nice list. I'm like, I wouldn't have bought those games at $60 regardless.
But that's the problem with shills, like I told you. You must be happy every time, no matter what Xbox gives you. Like, they're going to hit you with this dumb shit like, oh, look, it costs, like, the price of those games could be $0.99. If I don't want to play them, who cares, bro? Like, you're telling me about games I don't want to play. Like, I don't give a damn if Pac-Man Museum costs $20. I wouldn't buy it either way. So giving it to me on Game Pass, I keep telling people, Game Pass is only great if it has a different value for every different gamer. If you love indies or whatever, you might love the indies. But if you don't play indies, how you gonna tell me I have to play indies? Why? If I don't like RPG, RTSs or farming sims or whatever, how can you force somebody because you like it? Man, that's the one thing about the internet I really hate, bro. People can't get it to their fucking skulls because you like something don't mean somebody else has to like it, or because you don't like something doesn't mean somebody else have to like it. If I tweet out something or Kid Smooth tweet out something of the way he feels, who are you to tell him he shouldn't feel that way because you don't feel that way? Are y'all people insane? Like where, dude? They need to teach these courses in school, like how to control your fucking emotions. They need to have a course like that in high school or some shit, because a lot of these people, grown adults, don't know how to control their emotions, and they blame you for it. They be like, man, Kid Smooth, he didn't have to say. I put up the tweet, bruh. Niggas are mad at me, bro. Mad because I put up, bruh. Oh, what's wrong with Sniper Elite? Nigga, did I say anything was wrong with Sniper Elite? I said, bruh. But like I said, it's never enough, bro. Unless you sucking Xbox's dick every day, 24/7. Like I told these niggas, I love Xbox. I'm pro Xbox. I want Xbox to do good. I want their future to be bright. If I criticize Xbox 1 or 2 days in the last 6 months, niggas act like the 6 months didn't exist. And those 2 days, oh, you're not really an Xbox fan. Yeah. I'm like, so who's really an Xbox fan? The person who wants better for Xbox, or it doesn't accept any bullshit, or the person who accepts anything and be like, oh, it doesn't matter what they give us or not. We can just wait. I'm like, bro, people like you is who they like. People like me is who they want to silence. And then people like BG and the rest of y'all is who they trying to bring in. If Xbox keep listening to people like y'all, they would have been dead by now. They would have thought that the same niggas who told us that Xbox One generation was great, because we had Ori and stuff like that. Now they're telling us that, oh, they're so happy that they got Bethesda. So I'm like, which one is it? Do they need new exclusives or not? Because if not, then what you happy about Bethesda for?
Right.
Like I'm just tired of the not. Exclusive isn't the only thing that matters, obviously, but it's a big piece of the pie. And I'm like, you would think that after the Xbox One and PS4 generation, everybody who plays video games could acknowledge that fact, that exclusives matter. If that's not the case, then Nintendo wouldn't exist. Who would buy the trash-ass Nintendo hardware without any of the exclusive? They took them 4 years to give us Bluetooth. Nintendo Switch still doesn't have a goddamn themes or any. You can't message people. You can't do voice chat. You have to do friend code. Nintendo is trash with the hardware sector. Like I said, the 720p screen, all of that shit could barely hold 30 frames per second. But they got the exclusives are the only reason or the only place you can play them. So that's what you're gonna go. You're gonna go buy the hardware to get to the software. And I keep telling people we need the software, bro. The Xbox Series X is a great console. I love the UI. I love quick resume. I love gamepad. I love all of that, bro. Now it's time for them to deliver. And I don't see anything wrong with asking for them to deliver. But like I said, a lot of people, they just want echo chambers and safe spaces, and they want their mommy to make sure they have their bottles nice and warm before they go to bed. And like I said, I'm not here to make you feel nice. I'm here to tell you the reality, bro.
All right, so now that we talked about Game Pass, I want Sir Dre, Ole Man Logan, maybe even Chris. So PlayStation Plus, they gave us more details on their subscription. Premium. Yeah, for premium and extra. And I was just shocked at the stuff that was going in there. But I want to kind of hear. I think for if you're primary on PlayStation and you typically buy games, I'm not sure how big of a deal the additions is for those who typically buy their games. But for someone like me, I have a PlayStation, but I typically buy what I'm interested in, and that's select PlayStation 5 exclusive. But with all these other games that I would typically either buy on Xbox or find in Xbox Game Pass, and I don't have to buy all these games again, but I have interest in playing them, or I think it's actually very, very intriguing to me because there's a lot of the games on there I don't either own or I don't own on PlayStation. But I want to know, pretty much get y'all take on it.
Go ahead, Logan.
Well, to me, so they only showed a list of. I wish they just showed everything, right? But they only showed a list of 100 games, right? And I think Jay, you're the one who pulled it up, right? They're still 84% of
84% hasn't been shown yet.
Yeah, 84% hasn't been shown, but like what I said earlier before the podcast started, we could assume that the rest of those games are mostly what is on PlayStation Now right now, right? So, but so far, the list that they showed, I think the list is solid. The PS4, PS5 games, they're adding Returnal, Demon's Souls, and yeah, Smooth. I already bought all these games. I already bought all these games, but then they have the third party that was kind of surprising. They threw in Assassin's Creed Valhalla in there, which I don't even think that's came to Game Pass yet. Has it?
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, they got Assassin's Creed Valhalla launching with it.
Which is just a slap in the face because Xbox had the marketing.
Yeah, they had the marketing rights. Yeah.
They had a marketing right? They had Guardians of the Galaxy, Death Stranding's director's cut. They got Ubisoft, a portion of Ubisoft Plus. I think it's the Ubisoft Classics.
Yeah.
That's also gonna be included. Which that was the surprising part. I didn't think they were gonna have another, like how what Xbox has was EA Play almost, but I didn't think that they were gonna have another subscription, or at least a part of a subscription in it. The classic games, some games in there is cool, and I'm glad that some are receiving some enhancements, but they have to show more than just that. They have to show more than that. Matter of fact, looking at this list, it makes me even angry that PlayStation shut down Japan Studio, because there's 20 Japan Studio games on this goddamn list, right? They didn't announce any trophy supports, which that's disappointing. As far as trophy supports for older games, I never had any trophy support. That's the disappointing part. But hopefully they add it sometime in the future, because they have a patent last year. What else? Yeah. So the main thing I'm only interested really is mainly either the games I didn't play that were third party that I just never picked up, right? Like an Assassin's Creed Valhalla, or even a Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't picked that game up yet, and everybody tells me it's an amazing game. It was a Game of the Year contender last year, right? And then a lot of the older games that I no longer have access to, that I would either have to buy a PlayStation and spend $150 for a copy or anything like that. It's usually the old school JRPGs that were on PS1, PS2 that held up that I would like to go back and play. Like I said, in honor of Japan Studios, I am going to go back and play Wild Arms with this shit. Launches and whatnot. And then I think even the third party in the PS4, PS5 game so far, from the little bit that they've shown, is a pretty solid list. So overall, I would say, so far the launcher was 700 games, is $120 a year. So when we talk about quantity, right? Quantity, it has the most value, right? It's 120, is 700. When we talk about quality, the quality is there, but obviously the advantage that Xbox has is that they release their first parties, whatever it is, big or small, first parties day and date. But if they're not releasing any first party games at all in a year, then what advantage is that truly as of right now? But yeah, I mean, it's cool. I can see how some people are just not digging it, or they're not really too impressed, because it's not anything too crazy. It's just it's just what we expected. It's just them merging PS Now into PS Plus, them revising it, making it a little bit better. You know what I mean? And already from what we've seen, they are making it better because they're adding features like the game trials, which they only show like 5 games that are gonna launch with it. I was assuming it's gonna be like way more than that, but they just said they're gonna be keep adding games. The middle of the month, the end of the month. Switching games out. They're gonna be adding the PSP games. We know that they got a preservation team. I think a couple months ago. So hopefully they get the situation figured out with the PlayStation 3 downloads, because it is possible. You can run PlayStation 3 games on the PS5. They just have to figure it out, and they have to invest in stuff like that. Then hopefully they start adding trophies, to the back catalog of older games. Because yes, I do go back and play older games, contrary to what people say about PlayStation. Oh, I thought you guys didn't buy console for old games. No, I don't buy console for old games. I want my new games first and foremost as the main priority. But whenever there's not new games, I'll get nostalgia, or I have games that I didn't play back in the day that I would try out if it's in a subscription service. So yeah, I mean, I think it's I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Nothing too mind blowing. Yeah.
My biggest issue with this, listen, it's okay. It's nothing. It's not Game Pass, but it's okay. The problem that I have is that, first of all, they're monetizing backwards compatibility. That's what they're doing. They
No,
could
they're not.
easily what the fuck? What you mean? No, they're not.
Because I don't know if you know this, but any game that you bought digitally before, that's considered
No.
backwards
That's only
compatible
PS1.
game.
That's only
Right?
PS1.
No,
That's only PS1.
no, PSP and everything.
No.
If you bought a game,
PS1 and PSP, but it's not PS2, not PS3.
Well, if you bought PS3, you have to stream, right? You can't.
But what
you can't
about
actually
PS2?
Download them or whatever.
What about
But
PS2? If you
if
bought a
there's
PS2
PS2
game, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. Well, if you bought a PS2 game digitally, like in the PS Vita store, the PS3 store, or whatever, you'll be able to re-download.
I read the press release, bro.
No, you'll be able.
That's
to
only for
re-down-
PS1 and PSP games. PS1 and PSP, not PS2 or PS3.
Yeah, but
I'm
some of
telling
these
you, you can go check.
PS2 games, like, okay, for example, there's Rogue Galaxy and Dark Cloud 2 on the service. Those games I can buy right now on the PS4 digitally. You know what I mean? Because they re-released them. So a lot of these games, it's not.
But I thought PlayStation gamers love their physical gaming. Don't you want to be able to pop in your physical PS2 game that y'all collect, that y'all always talk about?
I don't.
Yeah.
You can't.
All right, before
No, real quick. I don't know why you would use that against me, because I literally just said.
Not you.
that-
I'm just talking about like in general.
Yeah, but I don't.
with the
See,
PlayStation,
Well, I don't. Well, the next done. But I literally just said that the thing that entices me with this service are the older games that I no longer have access to, because I will have to buy a PS1 and spend $150 for a copy of the game. You know what I mean? So for me, like, it doesn't, like, even if like say they make everything backwards compatible, right? And I can put any PS1 disc inside a PS5 or any PS2 disc inside a PS5 and just automatically play it, right? Yes, except I will have to buy those games because I don't have them.
But that's what y'all fucking say y'all like to do.
No,
right?
I don't keep none of my old. I don't.
Wait. No. Y'all
no.
I'm not gonna let you get away with that. No, I'm not gonna let you get away with it. You see, y'all love to buy y'all games.
No, I don't know why you're saying y'all.
Okay, not you. Okay, fine.
Address me individually. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the PlayStation community. For you, y'all sit on these apps and tell me y'all don't like to rent games. Y'all don't like subscription services. Y'all don't like physical discs. Y'all like all of it. Now, all of a sudden, Jim Ryan give y'all the okay now. And now, all of a sudden, everything that Xbox game has been telling y'all that matters, now all of a sudden they matter. You see how that works?
But Uni, I would
that-
tell you that those people are full of shit because one, those people are subscribed to
But
PS
I've been saying
Plus,
that they've been.
and
I've been saying
okay,
they've been full of shit for all this time, though. I've been
okay,
saying that
but
in
all
these
these
spaces all the time.
yeah, and I call out PS fans too for being full of shit at times. You know what I mean? It's like every fan base has the. You saw it this week, the full of shit that's in the Xbox community. Of course, people flip flop. Of course, matter of fact, I was just complaining with my guy Uso Vinny today that if it's a non-PlayStation exclusive, they don't like praising it more than a PlayStation exclusive and shit like that. We know that there's people that's as fully that's always gonna contradict themselves, backtrack, flip flop. That shit always happens, and I even call out the PS.
Chris called out those dudes.
I
love to tell them this. I love to tell them, bro. I don't want to hear none of y'all subscribe to Spotify or Netflix and shit. If you subscribe to Spotify, buy each song individually and support the artist, bro. If you subscribe to Netflix, no, buy every episode individually, bro, and support the actors.
You can't with Netflix because Netflix doesn't sell their movies or shows.
Okay, fine.
That's the difference. That's the difference with like Netflix and Game Pass.
Okay. How about it? HBO Max. You can buy those movies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can buy the box show. So my point is, why is it that video games are the only form of entertainment that y'all think can't work on a subscription? I would love to hear that from a PlayStation fan. Why is it that subscriptions can work with every other form of media? Nigga, they got food on subscription now, nigga.
Okay.
You can literally
can I the whole subscription thing? If you're talking about like the day one big releases, I'm gonna say it like this: with music, right? Music, nobody was buying music anymore at all. You either streaming it through YouTube or you were pirating that shit through LimeWire or fucking Frostwire or
that's
whatever.
Not
right?
true. That's not true.
No. That's why they pivoted towards streaming because nobody was buying music anymore, right? So they're doing this all streaming shit. And even now, artists complains they don't make money off of music or album sales anymore. They make money off of concerts and merchandise and stuff like that.
That's always been the case.
That's always been the case.
Yeah, that's always been the case, right? Movies have not transitioned into a day one model. I still gotta go to the theaters to watch Spider-Man. I still gotta go to the theaters to watch Doctor Strange. I still gotta go to the theaters to watch Avatar 2. These movies aren't releasing on Netflix day one. They're not releasing on Disney Plus day one.
First of all, all Netflix movies release day one on Netflix. That's number one. Number two,
hold on. Let me finish.
They did release.
I let y'all talk. Let me finish my point. I didn't interrupt anybody. Let me finish my point. No, it's not day and date. These shows and these movies and TVs are made exclusively for Netflix. They're not selling it to you separately. Day and date is when you have a full product that you sell, right, for full price, or it's available through a subscription service. That's what day and date means. These movies aren't going and when they did, right, when the movies did go to Disney Plus day one, they still charged a $30 premium, and then they stopped doing it. When they did go to HBO day one, HBO complained that they lost a lot of money, so it went back. It went back to being
The actors and directors.
Hold on. Let me rebut that real quick. No. Let me finish. Movies haven't fully transitioned into a day one model. I don't know why people expect the entire video game industry to do it just because Microsoft is doing it.
I got you.
Listen.
No. I got you why. Because movies, unlike movies, video games.
Oh my God. Let me finish.
You can
Microsoft. Microsoft is in a unique position where they have a lot of money to burn, so they can take those losses. I know exactly. So they can take the risk up front, burn the money, and in favor that they get enough subscribers to sustain themselves or make profitability and stuff like that. PlayStation and Nintendo, they don't have that luxury. They make the most money. They make the most money selling the video game products day one. If they transition it into a service, they will lose a lot of money up front for years because a lot of these subscription services are losing a lot of money.
We don't know that when it comes to games.
You've been going on.
Let
me ask you this question.
Movies haven't transitioned into a day
one. Yes, we do know that in regards to gaming.
Hold on. Wait. Here's my point, boys. My point is that he's saying that movies haven't transitioned. But he just acknowledged that it's different for Netflix than for their Game Pass because, one, the games are monetized differently than movies are. Movies, when you finish watching a movie, that's it. They can't monetize it anymore. video game they can monetize. Look at Grand Theft Auto 5 for a perfect example.
Not every
they
game is like a Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto
understand.
You still have
Again,
single player games.
Wait. Y'all just let this
That's an anomaly.
Hold up.
GTA is an anomaly.
Oh
He's
my
not talking
God,
about
bro.
how much. He's talking about how it's
Can I
sold,
finish?
bro.
Can I finish?
Yeah,
Can I
go
finish?
ahead.
What I'm trying to say is every game is not Grand Theft Auto, but every game does not have to be. Look at Minecraft. Look at all of these other games that literally, even Flight Simulator have their own marketplace and their own thing. Like you can monetize games differently. You can sell DLCs. You can first of all you can sell the game. Even though it's still on Game Pass, even though you put it on PS Plus, you can still buy the goddamn game. That's number one. Number two, you can still you can do microtransactions and DLCs, and you can literally monetize that game for years to come. You can literally go right now and buy
That's not
260
necessarily
games
true.
on Xbox.
Exactly.
You can go and buy. How you mean it's not necessarily true? How is it?
Because everybody's not going to buy a microtransaction, or
Everybody doesn't have
Most of those
to.
games
you
are
serious?
free to play
damn
games.
man, can I
Most of those
finish?
games are free to play games anyways. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, not everybody's going to buy a microtransaction, or the microtransactions aren't going to be sustainable enough for it to carry that game for said years. You know what I mean?
What? Are you
What are you
serious?
talking about?
You want to know the perfect
They make
example
more
of
money
that?
on microtransactions than anything else. What do you mean?
Uni, here's the counter to what you're saying. Look at a game like Halo Infinite right now, right? That game in particular, and that marketplace that they have within that game isn't enticing to get people to spend money outside of just playing the game. Not every game
Are
has
y'all
a
speaking in
micro.
absolutes right now?
Not every game
You don't know
has
the-
a
you don't know the-
microtransaction model that entices people to spend money beyond playing the game or that initial purchase. You can't apply that model to every single game. You also have
No, you can't.
smaller budget games as well that only is intended just to beat once. Look at a game like Ghost of Tsushima, for example, right? Can you monetize that game outside of a single purchase?
But every game is different, bro. You
Right.
just can't. Like you're saying, you're using one example.
You're making my point.
Using-
Every game. It doesn't
How
work
am I
for
making
every
your
game.
point?
Y'all are acting like multiplayer games don't die.
They do
So-
die,
Yes,
but
multiplayer
not
games
all
die,
of
but
them, bro.
the Xbox
So
is about
eventually
to put
something
goddamn
went
Call
wrong,
of Duty.
even
What you
though
want me to
it had
believe?
my-
Xbox is
Come
about
on,
to
man.
put Call of Duty on Game Pass,
Dog,
and that's not going to be successful.
You are bringing
people are
up
gonna play
you
Call
are
of Duty?
bringing up the biggest games and free to play games, dog. Come on
That's
now.
what they
That-
want to put in their
Bro.
goddamn subscription.
Everybody
Yo,
is not
Not
Call of
every game
Duty.
is
Yo,
gonna
whoa,
do-
Everybody
whoa,
is
whoa,
not
whoa,
Call
whoa,
of
whoa,
Duty.
whoa.
What are you
Hold
The
on.
subscription model is
Listen.
not
Talking
viable
about?
for every game company. That's
This-
the broader
This
point.
can be Google,
Yeah,
bro.
but
That's
Like,
right.
y'all
let
tripping.
me tell
It
you the
works for
difference.
Microsoft, but it might not-
Wait,
it not-
hold up. Let me tell you the
it might
difference.
not work for
Y'all
Sony
are saying this
Nintendo.
shit. Y'all are saying this shit. Yet Ubisoft have one. Yet EA have one. Yet Take
And they're
not
made
releasing the
one.
games they want.
So my
Yes,
point is
they
this.
are.
My point
Yes,
is
they
this.
are.
No,
So
they're doing free trials.
all of y'all
Oh,
broke
God, bro. Y'all
niggas
niggas don't even know how
on
to
the internet.
Google, bro.
Hold up. All of y'all broke niggas on the internet talking about what's viable and what's not viable. Yet every big corporation in the world is making a subscription service. But you're telling me that they're doing it even though it's going to lose them money,
Yes.
and none of them don't know what they're doing.
Okay,
They don't know what they're doing.
Are all the big
EA is not
companies the
releasing-
You
the
know they're
majority?
better than them, right?
EA is
Are
not
all the big
releasing
companies
Jedi
the
Fallen
majority?
Order 2 on EA Play the full game day one. They're not doing it. Neither is Ubisoft.
Oh, you can Google how much
Microsoft
money
is the only
EA
one doing it.
Hold on, let me put this out there because this already
Ubisoft is day one. What are you talking about? Ubisoft
no,
Plus is
PC.
day one.
No,
It's on
this
PC.
is crazy, bro.
Y'all
It's on
are
PC
bringing
day
up,
one.
y'all are bringing up the big giant
This-
corporations. Everybody is
But
not
that's what
the
we talking about.
EAs and the
We're not
Ubisoft,
talking about-
dog. What are you?
Why we're not talking about the indies, my nigga? What are you talking about? Of course
So
we're talking
what-
about
so
the
what
big
are you
corporations
talking
with all
about?
the-
Every-
Oh, but we talk about PlayStation,
wait.
right?
No,
You
y'all
think
said,
HBO is
They're the
big, nigga?
biggest one.
hold on, y'all lost the point when Dre said that it's not people, it's not a large amount of people buying microtransactions. That point can be beat by Ubisoft already came out and said that it's a high percentage of people that are spending money on microtransactions.
I don't know
Like,
where they're
there
coming from now. All of a sudden, people don't buy
You
microtransactions.
With
cannot
Ubisoft
apply that
games,
model.
one of the
Games-
biggest corporations
games as a
in the gaming
service.
industry.
You
Games
cannot
that-
apply
yeah,
microtransaction
but
model
like-
to every game. Nick,
All
can
you
you
need to
apply,
know
can
is
you
that
apply
it's not-
microtransactions to every game?
All of
No.
these corporations are making
Bro,
subscription
I
services.
can't
Y'all
believe
are
y'all
telling me
even-
that they're doing it for
This is
and
crazy.
it's
No,
not making them
listen.
money.
Subscription service
This is
obviously
ridiculous.
subscription service has a place, and subscription service is great
Why
value.
are all
for
of them doing it for?
No,
Why?
exactly. Yeah, because because it's a great value for the service, and they can get other means of revenues, right? They can get other means of revenue, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be viable for their bigger games to release their day one and potentially lose out on a lot of money because they released it in the subscription service day one. It's not going to work for every single, like every game is not like, I don't know why y'all think it's just like every movie, right? Every movie is not going in a subscription service. They got them one. Like, I don't understand why everybody thinks that
we just went over
you
why
guys understand
are monetized differently.
You understand the concept of a sunken cost. You understand the concept of sunken cost, right?
Oh Lord.
Hey, let me put out a fact out there real quick, because
go ahead and cap. Go ahead.
It was Uncharted 4 generated 56 million from downloads and microtransactions. Like, y'all niggas not even Googling this shit. Y'all just shooting out these weird ass.
What is your point?
Hold on. Download. Okay. How much?
That's
how
my
much
point.
of that
Like, y'all just saying shit
you
like
said it was
the only
thing. You said it was two things,
man,
right?
listen,
You said it
there's
was
so many
digital
companies
download
that
and
do it. You just don't know, yo.
How
Like,
many?
yeah,
How
we
many
do know that
percentage
there's a
bro,
lot of companies
was
that do it.
microtransactions?
Y'all said it wasn't though. That's the point. Like, let's stop getting away from the
you
point.
Okay,
bro.
let's
we're
bring
saying
up-
that
okay,
not
let's-
every game can implement that.
Okay.
All right, yo, look, y'all win. Y'all win. Oh, all right, hold on. Just to get back to it, y'all said that y'all trying to conflate movies and video games, and Uni said that video games is monetized different, and he's right. He wins the point.
That is correct.
Oh, he said it's not. Oh my fucking
Like, that's the end of it.
Let me ask you something, Nick. Is God of War?
You saying God of War, nigga? What about Forza Horizon 5? What about Halo? What about
is God of War monetized the same as Call of Duty?
So God of War is the standard in the
No,
fucking video game industry now?
that's
That's what you're
not-
telling me?
No, it's not. But every game is different, and not every game is made.
Exactly.
More games have
We not
microtransactions than
nobody's
don't,
saying that, bro.
More
But
games
it's-
have microtransactions than don't,
Exactly.
nigga. Even
That's
fucking,
the point.
even
Yeah,
fucking
but it's not
Destruction All
every
Stars have
game. Not every
microtransactions.
game
nigga.
that has microtransactions are successful.
We
I'm
not
trying to
saying-
tell you that.
Not every
Bro,
game is successful.
what?
Period,
There's a lot
nigga.
of
Not every
variance.
movie is
Y'all,
successful.
so
What
what
are you
are y'all
talking about?
talking
There's
about?
no
Like, that's
standard.
crazy, yo.
There is no
That's
universal
crazy.
standard
there's only
of the
like
success of
5
microtransactions.
Bro,
There's only
I
like
can't
5
believe y'all doing
Y'all-
this, yo.
Wait. Why is this nigga acting like?
It's a small percentage
this
of
nigga
games
acting-
that's
No, it's
Why is this
generating
nigga
that much
acting-
revenue.
percentage, bro. It's not
Why is
all.
this
I'm
nigga
not
acting-
saying that. Like, y'all
Yo,
keep
why
saying
is this
it's
nigga
all.
acting?
There's
Like,
only
y'all
about
Why is this nigga
5.
acting?
yo.
There's
Again,
only about
again.
5 to 10 major games that
Again.
heavily make money off of microtransactions out of thousands
Niggas
of
at 5.
games.
Niggas
Right,
at
out of-
5.
Yeah,
Niggas
Call
at
of
5.
Duty,
Nick and
Fortnite,
Uni, y'all are making this. Y'all are making two. Y'all are trying to make two different points.
Nick,
Yo,
the
no,
same
we
point,
not.
man.
No, we
Nick,
not,
you
yo.
Why is
about
it that? Wait,
mobile
games?
please tell me.
Like, come
Please
on,
tell
you
me why
got
this
to
nigga
bring up
think that
mobile
every
games
game,
now?
every
Oh.
game is not successful.
Hell yeah,
Period. You
nigga.
can't just say
On-
every game
Right.
is microtransactions
Okay,
not
on-
successful. What are you talking about?
On one hand, you're saying microtransaction is the bee's knees, right? But then on the
No.
other hand, you're saying, well, not every game is going to be successful with microtransactions. Well,
No,
nigga,
nigga,
Not
which
every
one
game
is
is
it?
successful.
No, y'all niggas
Which
tripping.
one
That's
is it?
not what nobody's saying, bro.
That's,
y'all,
that's exactly what you said.
no,
That's
all right,
exactly
let
what
me,
you said.
let me clear
What
up
y'all
what I'm
saying
saying.
is-
Hold on, Chris. Real quick, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, all his point is video games get monetized different than movies. Y'all trying to compare movies and shows to video games,
Not
and
every
right
game
now,
does it. That's what I'm saying. God
That's
of War
what
is
that's what we're saying. Not every game is going to be the same.
Oh
He
my
keeps saying
God,
God of
bro,
War, nigga.
like
Nigga, why you keep
transaction-wise,
saying
Yeah,
God of
right.
War, nigga?
You
Sony
can't
just
even
came out and
name
told you
all.
they're launching 10 games as
Yeah,
a
I
service,
can't
nigga,
believe-
and you talking
I
about
can't
God of War,
believe you
nigga.
saying not all, yo. Nobody said all, man.
Nobody said
God
all, nigga. Why
damn.
does it have to be all or
Like,
nothing
what
at
the
all?
fuck?
Exactly.
See, that's what we're
You're doing a
saying.
straw man
nigga.
argument, nigga.
That's what we're saying.
Cliff,
Not all.
Chris,
all
you
of
What are you
them
talking
not all.
about?
You gotta say
That's
this
what
for
I've
our
been
podcast.
saying.
Oh man, bro, yeah.
That's my point. Is that not
Oh.
every
Crazy,
game?
bro.
Chris, that's a straw man argument, bro.
That's
We're
what
gonna
we've
keep-
been
we're gonna
saying.
keep
not-
Smooth- we're gonna keep Smooth up all
Is
night,
every-
man.
Is every
You ain't
game
Yeah,
gonna
my
monetized?
bad.
like this argument.
All right, yeah,
Is
y'all
there-
can skip that one because
Y'all
He
just said the
basically said
exact
every
same
game-
thing
every
Chris
game-
just
that's
said.
all
He
video
basically-
games
Lord.
don't have
Chris is saying that
microtransactions.
basically every game isn't going to be Grand Theft Auto. No fucking duh, nigga. Nobody's saying you don't have to be Grand Theft Auto to be successful.
No, but y'all
That's what I'm trying to tell
saying
you, bro.
it's okay
I mean,
for these
your
games
generalization.
because
Like
they
we
monetize-
Fall Guys is successful.
Nobody generalized it. It's just a bigger market in the video games, different than you make
Video
money
games
off
make-
movies.
Dude,
monetize
like,
with
hold on,
for season
bro.
pass.
Video
That's
game,
what y'all
video
saying.
game.
Y'all saying video
Again,
games
All
are
right,
bigger.
back to the topic.
Chris, calm down, bro. Chris,
No,
Chris,
hold on.
calm down.
Oh
Chris,
lord.
Let me
the fact is, hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all.
I'm gonna get some more numbers.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, bro. I am telling you the facts, my nigga. The facts is again. The facts is the video game industry makes more money than the music industry and movie industry come fucking bind, nigga. Google it.
Oh my God. All right. I haven't heard from Ole Man Logan. What is your thoughts on the PlayStation Plus model?
Why does video game make the most amount of money? Is it through subscription service or is it through selling it at full price and
microtransactions? They have to change it. Microtransactions. But microtransactions are still gonna be there, nigga. What do you think?
Bro, look at the overall video game revenue last year. Only 4% of the overall revenue was through subscription service. 4%.
We're not talking about subscription services. It's crazy.
I am telling you, nigga, that it has to start somewhere, nigga. You think that digital games are 70% of the market in day one? It has to start somewhere, and it's gonna end somewhere. It's gonna continue to move towards that.
Oh Lord, I forgot what the topic was.
Model, bro.
It was PlayStation's.
At this point, we should.
Yeah, bro. Like I made a bet with my wife that I can get out of here before 11 o'clock.
Why is PlayStation following?
I'm about to kill this.
Let me just go real quick on the topic real quick.
Yeah.
My thoughts is that this is, only thing that I wanted from this service was big third-party support. That's what it's getting. My only thing now is that I hope they get the day and date third-party support, and I'll be straight with that. The first-party joints is just icing on the cake. For me, it really doesn't matter. I buy the first-party games I want to buy, and that's it, man. I'm cool with the third-party support, and it's looking pretty decent. So.
Okay, so you think it's a decent option? Will you be upgrading your PS Plus tier?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Premium,
what about
premium status? Baby.
Wait, the most expensive one?
Premium status, baby.
Okay. What about you, Ole Man Logan? I seen you were about ready to cancel your Game Pass subscription. Will you be upgrading your PlayStation Plus subscription?
Yeah, I plan on doing it. I've never done PS Now, just because I didn't really see too much of a big deal. But I kind of like what they're doing with this upgrade of PS Now. I'm just interested of how it's going to work with me already having a PS Plus subscription, what I'm going to have to pay right off the bat and stuff. So, but no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, seeing what they got, the backwards compatibility. Like, I want to see the PS2 list. Honestly, that's kind of like my thing because, like Chris said, a lot of that PS2 stuff, man. If you try to if you're a collector or whatnot, like getting games is very, very expensive right now. So if Sony can do something to make some good legacy PS2 titles and stuff brought back, I'm all for that because right now that's just expensive. And
what Sony gonna do is hold you up by your ankles and shake.
What Sony's gonna do is they're gonna continue to be market leader.
I mean, it's only
continue
$60
to bring out these bangers.
I pay for PS Plus as it is now, so $60 for that year of that ain't too bad.
Okay, I mean, I plan on upgrading mine, not to that high tier. I think I'll do the 1 tier. As long as you get
might as well though, Smooth. It's only $20 more.
But what am I getting though? What am I? I'm not playing no PlayStation 1 games.
Let me say something real quick. Everybody in here, am I not fucking critical of PlayStation? Do I not give PlayStation the smoke? Do I not give PlayStation fanboys the smoke? Do I not be honest about PlayStation? So why the fuck are people in the chat gonna tell me, right? Oh, I can't stand PlayStation fanboys. Why the fuck you defend Sony and shit like that? No,
let him have a chat. Let him have it.
I'm bringing fucking logic, and y'all don't fucking listen because y'all are corporate cocksuckers, and y'all never want to listen to the fucking facts.
Oh man, you ain't got
shout out to Verge Brizzle for $2. He says, "Get them uni and hit the like button."
Oh, you see, Verge, you know the truth.
What was the
real niggas know?
The most expensive tier gets you the demos, right?
It gets you demos. It gets you everything, man.
It's only
just get the premium, dog.
Yes, to try
it's only $3 more, man.
Yeah, I'm not willing to pay more for something PlayStation than I do on Xbox. So that's just. I'm just saying. That's just
but you're playing for Game Pass with no games right now.
Get him, chat. Chat. Let him know who he is, chat. Get him.
But okay, the PlayStation. the PlayStation, I ain't gonna lie, I said in the video, I think the PlayStation Plus, I think it is comparable, and they managed to make an attractive list without having day one games, because the games that they're adding aren't too bad. Like, I've been waiting for Demon Souls to go on sale, so that's intriguing enough. I've never bought in Death Stranding, so that's intriguing. They have the playable demo for Uncharted, the PlayStation 5 version. I plan on playing it. I guess I get the expensive tier to try that, and then make the purchase on PC, because I'm not playing through that game on a PlayStation again.
For everybody that's in the chat, remember, people like Chris was out here telling us the PlayStation game would never go to PC just 2 years ago. Remember that. That all the shit that they keep saying, PlayStation keep making them look like clowns, and then they keep saying the same shit. They said God of War would never go to PC. They said, not you specifically. I'm talking about the PlayStation.
Right, but stop generalizing me as what everybody else does.
But listen, when you chill with the clowns, you know what I'm saying? You look like you're part of the circus. So you be there with the people who be saying that shit.
You just saw me go after the PS community a couple weeks ago. What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah, you're right. And I give you credit for that. I'm not saying that you're not fanatical, right? You're still a PlayStation cultist, but you're not fanatical. So I give you that.
My point is, just to let y'all know, a multiplayer is my game of the year, and a Nintendo game was my game of the generation, last generation. I'm a gamer.
So you see, that's the difference. That's the difference. You see, like you're not
last
you're
5
capable of saying that
minutes. I just need y'all opinion
my bad.
On freaking just rapid opinions on freaking what's that game? Gotham Knights. Did you like what you saw? Yes, no. Trash. That's what you said.
That gameplay one was mid. The one with Batgirl that they showed before was way better. So I'm just gonna take that out. Was like the way they demoed it was not a good look. So hopefully they said they put a screenshot out today that looked better graphically than what they showed. Hopefully they improve that. But this is why I think that the game is actually gonna get delayed, in my opinion.
Okay.
To expand, for me, because the standard is Spider-Man. If nothing exceeds that, I'm not saying that it can't be a good game if it doesn't exceed it, but from what I saw,
what's gonna exceed Spider-Man? That's a pretty high standard.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Spider-Man is a high standard for a superhero game.
Spider-Man 2.
I don't like the overrating of Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a great game, but y'all treat it like, bro, y'all with the level of cap. I don't know, like
you just mad because Xbox don't got it.
Give me a break, bro. Give me a break. It was an 85 Metacritic game. Like, y'all stop the madness.
Exactly, an 85 Metacritic game got your pennies in a bunch.
No, you just got done saying an hour ago that not everybody has to like what you like, and it doesn't have to be cap and stuff like that. But when we fuck with Spider-Man, it's like it's cap. It's like no, if you.
No, I like Spider-Man. No, I like Spider-Man, bro. But y'all are not gonna pretend like
was my game of the
Spider-Man
year.
2018 it's a masterpiece, bro. Stop it, bro.
No, it's not a masterpiece, but it was my game of the year that year. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like they laid a solid foundation for Spider-Man games.
Okay, you can say that. Though. It's a good game. Yeah, like I'm saying, it's a good game, but the way some people talk about it, boy, I'd be like, bro.
I mean,
like,
the sales speak for itself. So yeah,
that's because of the IP that Sony didn't. It's a great game. By the way.
It's a great game. Hell of a game.
It's a good game.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You see that info I just dropped in the chat? But keep going smooth.
Man, y'all still on this? I'm getting the hell out of here before y'all see that. No. I think Arkham Knights. It's graphically, I'm not impressed. It looks like it does look like it looks no better than Arkham Knight. Actually, may look a little worse. But I don't know. We have to see more. I'm hoping it doesn't get delayed. And this sounds selfish because I feel like this year has been dry. So any more delays is literally I might pawn my damn consoles if that's the case. But yeah, I'm hoping it does release. But I'm not that impressed. But I feel like it's literally going to be. I need it to release because it will be a default game that I buy for this year because I don't know if anything else. I'm not impressed. A lot of people were like getting on me because what I was feeling about like Redfall and Starfield. Like get a PlayStation. But I was like, what am I getting? I mean, There's not I don't think there's anything compelling that I'm hyped for the end of the year. You know what I mean? The game that I have most intrigue in right now, and I think literally right now, because it's by default at this point, is Forspoken. And
What the hell about God of War?
God of War, I don't. If it releases, if they confirm the release date for this year, then yeah, it'll probably be the most intriguing. But I'm gonna, to be real with you, dude. I'm gonna be real with you. God of War 2018 is probably the most overrated game I've ever experienced. It was good.
No.
It was good. It's good, but it's overrated. In 2018, it was number 3 in my top 10 games list. I had Spider-Man ahead of it.
Smooth. You're shameless. You are shameless, bro.
Hey, Chad, remember, this is the guy that said Godfall is a good game. I just want everybody to know
What they did, God of War graphics.
You like Outriders. You like Outriders. You cap for that game, but God of War is overrated.
God of War 10 out of 10 graphics. God of War 10 out of 10 story. God of War gameplay was repetitive bosses. It didn't do like
All games are repetitive.
You fought the stranger. You fought the boss 3 times. Like I
You
don't.
played Godfall and you played Outriders.
Yeah, I never said they were better than God of War. I never said they were better than God of War.
But you said it's repetitive, and you played 2 games.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm
repetitive.
telling you why it's overrated. God of War is not a game of the generation. It's not. It's what special does it do? They told a good story with good graphics. The gameplay was nothing. It wasn't nothing new that I've experienced. The boss fights was nothing new that I experienced. Nothing compared to the previous God of War games in terms of epic scale of fights.
No. Okay, with that move, I'm with you because to me, God
I'm
of
with you
War,
with the bosses.
God of War 2018 for me personally was like a 9 out of 10.
This guy said not the scale.
No. God
In
of
terms
War
of bosses, no.
No. God of War 20. God of War 2018 boss fights are nowhere near in comparison of God of War 3. Not even close. Not even close. You know
But
what I
it
mean?
definitely had its moments.
It had its moments.
Yeah, the first moment, and then the rest were trolls.
No. Okay, so the Stranger fight was probably the best one, which is literally the first fight.
Yeah.
The dragon fight
was epic.
Yeah, that was cool. The Magni Modi fight was okay. But then the Stranger fight in the end, I didn't feel like it was even better than the Stranger fight in the beginning.
Yeah,
and that was literally that was like the 4 main bosses.
When the serpent pulled up at the end, come on, bro.
Yeah.
No, that shit was cool. But in terms of
and then the mini bosses.
Did you play God of War 2 and 3? You know, I don't think Dope Boy played.
No, pull up my PSN.
I'm just asking because
pull up my PSN.
What they saying is they comparing it to the older ones, and
definitely the scale of the boss fights in those games are bigger. But like, come on, bro, to say that like God of War 2018 is overrated?
Yes, it's overrated.
No,
It's not overrated. You know what?
If it's game of the generation, if it was voted game of the generation, it was voted game of the generation, right? I don't think God of War is game of the generation.
That's not official because we all know factually that Breath of the Wild was game of the generation. We already know that.
Breath of the Wild is overrated. Breath of the Wild is overrated.
Hey, yo,
it's not even a top 3.
So
it's not even a top 3 level in the Legend of Zelda.
out right now. What?
Bro, you know it's true. No, you know it's true, nigga.
I'm gonna say
overrated.
I say that to say this.
It's underrated.
I say that.
Bro, I've played every Legend of Zelda since Ocarina of Time. It is overrated.
I say that to say this. They can confirm God of War Ragnarok for September, November, whatever. I'll look forward to it, but it won't become my most anticipated game of the year. I don't expect it to be any more. It's
not mine either. Though.
I don't think it's going to be that much better than God of War 2018. God of War, like I said, I don't think God of War 2018 was bad. I just don't think it was that shit. Like these dudes be jerking off to it. They be trying to Last of Us the game and shit like that. It's not. It's a good game, but it's not that. I don't think it wasn't game changing. I don't know what different it has done for games.
Well, he couldn't jump. He couldn't jump, nigga. That's all we needed. He couldn't jump.
But even without the jump button, you can still do more mechanically in terms of combat and cancellation and moves and
That's
stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. The combat, they changed the combat. The storytelling's way better. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I gave you the story was great. I mean,
Nah,
mean, in
man,
the older games, Kratos can.
There was
fuck.
more
You can't do it, man.
exploration. It's a bigger world you can
Alright, man.
navigate through.
We
Well,
gonna
the
get ready to
world
go. You
was
said 5
big
minutes,
for
right?
the world was big for nothing. You couldn't even go to half the map. So,
Final
yeah,
Fantasy
The game is about to be
Final
over. I
Fantasy
want to watch the end of
yeah,
the
yeah.
game.
Let's
bro.
get out of here. Let's get out of here. Shout out to everybody on the podcast: Chris Righteous, Dopest J, Nick Banks, Ole Man Logan, Sir Dre the Great, Xbox Universe. Thank you for
sir.
coming through. We will see you guys next week. Shout out to everybody in the chat. That includes Bloods Red, Alex PSX.
Damn, Dallas getting
Stone
smacked.
King. Are they?
Yeah, big
Damn.
game. I had this game up I had this game up the entire time, man.
They down by what, 27?
Oh,
That's
damn.
what they deserve. They told me. They told me.
Oh,
Luka,
damn.
They told me. No, they told me Luca is Jordan now. So
Oh God.
Whoever
Alright,
said
man.
that needs to chill.
You guys hit that like button, hit the share button. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Yo, y'all check that chat.
Which channel?